kooks, and she moves in her own way.
BBC DJ
Radio 1.
Please welcome to the show lovely Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Hello.
Hey.
One minute clapping.
I was the lovely, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Or was that a communal lovely?
It was a communal lovely for everyone.
Okay, brilliant. No, I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're all lovely.
G-Man, I like the G-Man. Do you remember we were in before?
Yeah.
He's a good
Yeah,
guy.
G-Man.
One of the good guys. One of the good dudes.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It wasn't live though, was it?
Oh, we had a lot of
probably
fun.
cut it all out, didn't he?
All the good stuff.
All the,
You know, a lot of it was cut out. Of
Is
that
this live
interview.
now, Greg?
We are absolutely live.
So all the stuff cut out was probably that we talking about. You don't play Gary Glitter anymore.
There was various bits that were cut out, and
Yeah.
I definitely haven't kept the whole interview for my personal collection at home.
No.
I definitely haven't done
Why
that.
would that be a problem?
I don't know. It's true. It's just an observation.
So, Ricky, you've been on this show. I've got to move on. You've been on this show a million times now. Welcome back again.
I love
Steve, this is your second go.
Yep.
But Karl, it's lovely to meet you.
All right, how's it going?
Really
Is this
good.
for the
thank you.
webcam? This right. So just get how round that head is. Don't get behind the microphone.
I've worked in radio, and you should never play up to what's going on in the studio.
Yeah.
Really?
Think about the listener at home.
Right. When have we ever done that or cared? And
just
when
saying.
has Radio 1 ever done that or cared?
It's weird how now I'm back in a radio studio. That used to be my old job. I feel like I should be controlling a few things here. There's a few more people in here who don't need to be in here.
How would you sort out the G-Man show then? What's disappointed you so far?
Is there a bed playing under us at the moment?
There is a bed,
Get
yeah.
rid of that.
You wanna get rid of it?
I think that annoys people, that.
Okay.
It's almost like saying what these people are saying now isn't worth hearing, so it's a little bit of music.
That's definitely true.
All right,
yeah.
put the music back
What, so
on.
you want the music on or off?
No, off.
Okay.
No, let's be interesting. Let's try and be interesting. Okay.
Right, what else
Go on
would I
then.
do?
What
What else
do?
would you change?
You haven't got a wacky name, have you? It's just Greg James.
Yeah, shall I get
It's G-Man.
shall I get my hair
G-Man
cut?
G-Man.
No, don't
G-Man.
do that. You did that with me. You called me the K-Man. I hated it.
Do you not like the
Well,
K-Man?
yeah, but you didn't like us calling you an empty-headed, shaven chimp moron either.
That hasn't stopped us.
No, you can't win with Karl.
Anyway.
Have you been to Radio 1 before, Karl?
I have, yeah. I was on... is he still here? Still working here?
Who?
Nihal.
Yeah?
Yeah,
He's still
he
here?
was good.
Oh, he's good
He was
now,
good.
yeah.
He was all right. I met him. Lovely
Yeah.
fella.
Good.
A lot of changes, though, all the time in radio. You never know what you're getting.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you've been here for a while now.
Apart from
3
Fluff
years.
Freeman, I mean, he was around for about 120 years. Yeah, maybe you'll be like Fluff one day.
Hopefully, pop pickers.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about, then?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the lovely
mean you
thing.
don't know?
Well, no, I mean, talking about your new DVD. But
Yes, we've got the DVD out of the animated show taken from the podcast of the same name, the Ricky Gervais Show, but everyone knows who's listened to it, and there's been a lot of people. We've had about 230 million downloads, okay? This is on TV in America and England. The DVD's coming out around the world, right? And it should be called, and I know this, it should be called The Karl Pilkington Show, because it is the musings of a little round-headed
People struggle.
twonk.
People struggle with my name.
Do they?
Really, why?
Just the Pilkington. They can't say it. I don't know what's wrong. It's so easy. It's spelled as it looks.
Yeah.
Man, you've just been on Dale Winton's show. He called me Nigel. Normally it's a surname that's a problem. He called me Nigel. Seriously.
What did you call him in return?
No, well, I was a bit I was chuffed to be meeting him because I've watched him a long time.
He's a big fan.
I like
Big
In It
fan,
to
aren't
Win
you?
It. I was telling him about In It to Win It. He wasn't that interested there, was he?
No.
It was just like he treated me like some fan. He just went, yeah, thanks for that.
You should have just called him Steve Wright.
Well, yeah. I liked him, though. He's a nice bloke, but he just annoyed me.
Greg, are you familiar with Karl? Have you heard the podcast or seen the
Absolutely.
animation?
I was going to say, well, I used to listen to the show on that radio station years and years ago when I was
How
at
would
school.
you, if you're listening, say there's someone listening at home, right? They love you, they trust you,
Yeah.
they respect you.
You are the demographic. These kids go, well, he's
He
like
knows
our
what's going on.
leader.
Right. So, which I'm
That's
sure is true.
frightening, isn't it?
So, you're not in school anymore, you're not being bullied, you're on the radio, you're all powerful.
You got long trousers, I noticed.
Exactly.
I have.
So, well done.
So, how would you explain Karl to people listening at home who are not familiar with him?
I think a muse,
yeah, he is.
a wise sage.
I can't get enough of him. I mean, myself and Stephen, we sort of probably come across as sort of like bullying media types, but it's purely to get out what I know is in Karl's head, and he sees the world differently. He is a proper artist. You ask him anything you want about any subject, and it's remarkable. And I did the podcast just to be in a room with him, asking him questions and teaching him stuff. Like we feel like we're, I don't know, he's like an Eliza Doolittle. We're trying to make him, or we found something sort of and thawed it out, and it was from an era gone by.
One of my favourite bits is actually on this. I think it's the first episode of the series. Is the one?
Not impressed, Karl? First episode?
Episodes 1 to 4 or 5, very, very weak.
do you think?
Yeah.
That's
Honestly,
unbelievable.
He's trying
isn't
to
it?
sell this DVD.
We're trying to sell a DVD around the world, and he comes out with episodes 1 to 4 very weak.
But there was an ideal that you had about, you thought that old people should kind of die and then a child falls out of them when they. Can you
Let's hear
explain
the
that
theory
theory?
again.
Because it's a
Well, no, he
brilliant
thinks that
theory.
people are living too long.
I'm
What was the?
because
Do you think that people are living too long?
He thinks people living too long. He said because people can't die anymore. Because when you're dying, someone suddenly sticks a new lung on
No.
you. Lung,
There's
a
been
new lung on
loads
you.
of different theories.
Yeah,
There's
and
loads of
they've all
different
been
ideas.
mental.
Okay, let me hear, because I want to...
My favourite one, which I don't know if it's the same one that you're talking about, but the aging backwards thing
That's it. Yeah.
is good. But then a fella nicked it, didn't he? Made a film out of it with Brad Pitt. So now everyone's going, boo, it's not your idea.
Hang on, no, you weren't suggesting it as a film idea. You were suggesting we should do this in real life. Somehow we should make people grow backwards.
His suggestion of a film idea, he actually got a meeting with a film company. So this is the first episode of Series 2, won't be out till next year. But he had a meeting with a real film company. They said, have you got any ideas for films? And he said yes, right? Yeah. And the thing that he told them was the ramblings of a madman.
Okay, let's hear the idea. Let's hear the idea.
I want to hear the idea again because it's
Imagine
people who
this,
haven't heard it. It's
remember,
brilliant.
I'm going to a meeting with a film company in Soho, right? So I'm thinking, maybe they want me to play a part, right? I haven't tried acting. I did Little Donkey, in the Christmas play, but I was all right. I went down well on the stage. My acting job.
Let him finish his...
Well, your dad was filming it, wasn't he? And
Don't get carried away, Ricky!
He got back, okay, and his dad has been filming it, right? And he listened back to his dad on the camcorder, and his dad said, he looks like a right prat. And he heard that when he got home.
Yeah, but listen, anyway, so I go into this meeting, and I go, right, I'm Carl, you called me in. They went, yeah, sit down. Loads of croissants and that, you know what it's like in Soho.
Yeah.
Went in there, he said, right, listen, got any film ideas? Now, when you're in that situation, you've got to come up with something. It's like in The Apprentice. None of them people in The Apprentice ever go, I don't know, I haven't got any ideas here. You've got to come up with something. And I find that if you just talk, stuff comes out.
Okay.
Because your brain's going, I've got to come up with something, so just keep going. So
Bits of food, back.
No, but just
Anything.
just say anything for a bit.
Chewing gum, he should be chewing, but it just fell out because he was talking, hadn't concentrated on keeping it in.
It's false
Things
teeth.
like that, yeah.
Anyway, listen to this for a film idea, and then we can have a song.
Brilliant. You're in
Right.
charge now, are you?
So
producing.
what I'd say is, I picked the actors for them. I said Rebecca De Mornay
Yeah.
and Clive Warren.
Right, yeah.
Right, so
We pointed out that Clive Warren doesn't actually exist.
Well, no,
He
he's
means
a-
Clive Owen.
Clive Warren's a former Radio 1 DJ.
Brilliant. Well, he doesn't...
that's probably why it's in my head.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, Rebecca De Mornay, who Steve pointed out, has not been on television or film for 15 years.
Out of anyone you
so
could have
now he's pitched someone who doesn't exist and a woman who hasn't been on telly or
What
film
would you
for
do?
years.
Pick someone who's in everything. Let's
Okay.
get Will Smith. Boring.
Right, okay.
Sick of seeing him. Where's Rebecca?
Biggest film star in the world.
So what? I'm
Get me
sick of
Clive
him.
Warren, he was
He's
on
in every
Capital
film.
Radio
He's
for a
in
while.
every film. Where's Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca who?
In the morning.
I don't know, who's that?
Shut up.
I want to see
know.
Dangerous Dave Pearce in a movie.
Let's have a song.
This is Bass Hunter.
Instances where we had planned stuff that you were completely unaware of. In fact, most of the trip you had very little idea where you were going to go and what was going to happen. I think a highlight for both Ricky and I was when we gave you some very important training in the event that you were captured during a terrorist.
That went better than I ever imagined.
Yeah, I think you're out of order.
What is going through your head when those guys grabbed you? You did not know they were going to attack you and grab you and drag you in the back of a van.
It all went black. I heard a lot of shouting going on. I didn't know what was happening. I thought, is this it? Have I been taken hostage? They put my hands behind my back. They put one of those tie things on. It was cutting into my hand. I'm thinking, is this for the programme or what? Because this is proper hurting. It's not a nice thing. I've never experienced that before.
They often say in those moments where you think maybe your life's going to come to an end that your whole life flashes before your eyes. Is that what happened?
No, because like I said to you, nothing. I had a bag over my head. I couldn't see a thing.
Talk to me!
Hang on a minute. Are you English? You English?
Yes, talk to me!
Who are you?
I love it when you go, who are you? Where the adrenaline's kicking and you can hardly breathe and you do a posh voice. Who are you?
Because it's terrifying, that, not knowing what's going on.
What is the number of him?
It's in my mobile.
Well, mobile, what is the number of him?
I don't know.
Of course I
don't even know my mum and dad's number. Thought maybe this is part of the setup, I don't know. But my body didn't know. Because it was going through the same thing as Terry Waite would have gone through, or whoever else had been tied to a radiator.
Did you learn anything from that, though? That was important training to make you able to cope if such a terrible thing did occur to you.
If you go to places that you're in danger of being kidnapped, you're meant to have a code word. So that, when the people who've nicked you call up the London office, they go, we've got Ricky, Steve and Karl here.
Right.
And the London office go, yeah.
Give us your code word.
Well, at the time, it was Congress tart.
Congress tart?
How are you going to slip that into a conversation?
No, you don't slip it in. They've got a bag over your head, gun to your head or whatever, tell them you've been kidnapped, and you go, Congress tart, and they go, bloody hell, he's been kidnapped. Before you know it, the A-team's coming in.
Right. So, ring. Hello, Karl, mate, how's it going?
Congress tart.
What?
Congress tart.
Rick, who's on the phone, mate?
It's Karl. He said Congress tart, so he's definitely been kidnapped. Who are they? What do they want?
Right. Who am I talking to now? Because
them. Ask them.
What do you want? He's asking what you want.
Well, there's no one here to do that bit of role-playing, so maybe you should tell me what they're saying.
They said, they just said they want to use me as bargaining power.
But what do they want?
What do they want? We'll see if we can...
But what do you actually want? Oh. What would they want? Is it money? Give them money.
Okay,
£5 million.
Too much. I'm not spending that sort of cash. I've worked hard for this.
You don't do that.
I'm not spending that cash.
You see, this is what worries me.
I'm not spending £5 million to get you back.
That's what's worrying.
No.
Because that's what would have happened.
Can't we negotiate? Put them on.
Yeah, here's Ricky.
Right, you've got to play him as well, though. Hello?
Hello?
Who's that?
Never mind who it is. Where's me £5 million?
Can't afford £5 million at the moment.
We're going to kill this kid if you don't give us the £5 million.
How can you call him a kid?
We're getting sick of him.
Why? What's he doing?
He's just shouting Congress tart. Give him the money. Give us the money.
Okay.
I wouldn't have got him to call you, actually. There's no way. There's no way.
Okay, let's have a break. Oh!
Oh dear, no, this is quite a nice email from Paul. He says, let Karl know that I have a Chinese friend called Oi. Imagine the confusing and amusing situations we get into.
We're out and about in busy Soho.
Oi!
Is his surname come here?
Or Lightning Wit from Karl.
Wait till you're 30.
Yeah, I know.
Brilliant. Is that good?
People love the webcam. I don't know what they're interested in, because all they get is a picture of Karl's big head.
It's not a big, it's just round.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got it right.
And we've still got Karl to take off my sock for 20 quid, okay? Let's do it now, let's just get it over with and do it now.
Come on, Karl, let's get our cash out then, Nick. There's £10 right there.
No, you don't owe him, because he owes you 10, so I just have to pay him 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go on then, just take...
Not whilst co-player here.
So, they've had to shoot off. My suspicion is that, like the cow story, the worm story is not true.
But
and
why would he get so sort of uppity about it?
Well, imagine if that wasn't the first time he'd done it. Imagine if he did that every single time he was with somebody for the first time and Robin was just met them. He will tell that story to anyone.
But they do say there's no smoke without fire.
Oh, Robin! I also told him...
That's a fable.
I also told him...
I mean, one of the other contestants on the Fat Club, Celebrity Fat Club, is another one is Jono Coleman.
Oh, we love Jono.
Now, Jono, I don't know, you know Jono, he's that guy who does, he used to be on TV, and I think he does a breakfast show on a rival station, doesn't he?
He's happy, isn't he?
He's so true, and he's a really nice bloke, Jono, but...
It's funny, because he does a breakfast show on Heart, which is wrecking his own. There's a bit of irony.
Oh, I love Karl.
Thanks, Karl.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love you.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't blame him, because, I mean, there is some cracking stuff on cable TV. There's some great stuff. But I was flipping through the other day, and on digital TV, you can see what other shows are on while you're watching something. I was flipping through, and there was one, and it was called... Now, when are you ever in the mood to watch a TV show called I Survived a 200-pound tumour?
When was that on?
Because...
No,
They're two people. They're two people. conjoined twins, right? So
They
these.
just happen to have a similar taste in clothes. Okay.
Anyway, so they were doing all right, and it all went wrong when he crossed the road, got run over. The lad with 2 heads got run over. That's it.
What? How is that Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Just because he got my interest, and I kind of thought, why didn't he just look both ways?
I'm intrigued to know how you...
wasn't he looking both ways?
I'm intrigued to know how you get run over. And what was it, 1629?
Yeah. Well, it's horses and that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
If you could be tall or short, which would you rather be? You know, put yourself in my shoes, perhaps.
Unfair. No,
I know. He's out now, isn't he? He's out.
Did he walk out?
I think so. I think that's it. From what I can.
No. I think next week they kick him out because I read something about they get rid of him next week because of his attitude. And first time I read it, I thought he'd actually ate someone's hat. But it was. You lost me.
Got rid of him because of the attitude. Oh,
Everything you think of now is puns. You can't get puns out of your head, can you?
Oh, Carl, you're great. Look at his little face.
He's so
That
good. How
is
long have you been
good.
working on that?
You've got to give him that. That was a real joke. Look at his face. He knew it was funny. It was meant to be funny. He said it to be funny, and it was. Well done. Well done.
I'm just interested. I just want to dissect it because it was brilliant, and I'm wondering how long have you been working on it?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. It was worth the wait. This is more frothy. Liz Hurley lying low, apparently, at Elton John's house to try and avoid the press now that she's had a child.
That's a good place to go to avoid the press.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, Elton John's house, yeah.
Everyone seems to be friends with Elton John, don't they? Every celebrity's
when
friends
they
with...
pop into Elton John's house, what is he running some sort
Well,
of...
it was like when Robbie Williams was a drunkard and a drug addict, he went to Elton John's.
Yeah,
and
and who's the
Elton
other fellow
House.
that went there as well? What's someone to, you know, to recuperate and shoulder the crime? Is he giving out false passports?
But I
and,
don't know
like,
if people have seen his
moustaches?
history. He's not the man of, you know, I mean, I know he's cleaned himself up now, but, you know, maybe that's it. Maybe he's got this kind of insight into how to deal with celebrity.
Yeah.
What do you think,
I think it's just genuine mates with him. I think he's just like a friendly
I
bloke.
think she's been doing too much lying low in the first place. That's part of the problem, isn't it?
High five, Carl.
That was a genuine joke from Carl there. And he's so proud of himself. Look at his little face.
Too much lying low.
Oh. You realise that wasn't Dixon's policy then.
Exactly.
They don't
At
usually
that
shout
moment.
you tosser as you leave the shop and walk down Camden High Street. They're not usually shouting you tosser.
You should have took the offer of like the monthly payments they've got on at the moment.
So,
And it was a dark time.
Well, it was for me because I work nights.
Yeah.
But you can just tweak it, like the fella who has done the pegs on the face, right?
Yeah.
His name's Gary Stretch Turner, right?
Right.
So you're sort of cheating already if he's got a stretchy head, right? but
You are, right, you are one of the most stupid humans I've ever met.
Well, get me in the book. Yeah.
Right, well, name some of the bands. Names of the bands.
Nile.
go on. Right.
That's one of the bigger ones. What else is there? There's a woman who's had a breast in show for 150 grand.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
Any more
what?
information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know, it had a picture of her with them, like, you know, out. I just thought, yeah, he should get them covered.
He's done another real joke!
Brilliant, that's a proper joke.
He's done, look at his little face, he smiles.
I'd like to see you on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares,
Yeah.
it'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be
Wouldn't that be
incredible.
extraordinary? Sorry, does Barbara want her face being there? No, I'm just saying if that's what she's into, then I don't
She's
mind
dead.
popping...
She's dead, yeah.
So,
Isn't she? Isn't she?
I don't think she
Just
is.
be careful, because you can't libel the dead, so I want to make sure she's dead before we start saying horrendous things.
But I don't know, I don't think she is dead. I'm almost certain she's not.
I don't think so.
No, she's not.
Phone, is Barbara Carlton dead? 08700 800 1234.
I'll have to get Chris in. So listen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I reckon on the day before, I'd do a lot of things in my left arm. Give it like a big day out. get it to do lots of things. Yeah.
Do something.
I mean, if everyone followed his example in the world and put the left arm in the air permanently, we wouldn't really get very far, would we?
Oh, it'd be a nightmare for cab drivers. Flagging them down.
There's loads of questions coming for you, Karl. Karl Pilkington.
It was like, don't walk through a river that's full of snakes because...
Good work, good advice.
If you've got a kid in the car or in the house, turn your radio down if you don't want them to hear stuff like this. But, they go for your tackle.
Why?
I don't know, they just do.
They think it's another little snake?
Maybe.
With swollen cheeks.
Earrings.
With earrings, yeah.
So, or an anaconda in my case.
With one eye.
Put new grout in, they look as good as new.
Thanks,
anyway, time for the news.
He knows the format of 5 Live. Thank you, Karl. Bye-bye.
No, I think we came second. This really tarty girl who did Madonna like a virgin, and I thought, yeah, right. Like you are. She was a right ropey little woman. But
so great.
Нет, я не шпион, я умоляю. Oh, hey, look at you there. Do you want to speak Russian like me? Send me all your money.
Всем привет и добро пожаловать на мой канал. I'm an American and it is time to learn the Russian alphabet. This here is a normal American A. It makes the ah sound like ah, and the Russians stole this from the American language. This is a pregnant soap dispenser. It's pregnant with bubbles, so when you use it, it makes the b sound, b for bubbles. So this one must be a B as well, right? No, this is a V. Russians copied our homework and changed it just a little bit so that they would not get caught by the teachers. But you can't fool a smart American patriot. Я слишком умный. This is a non-pregnant soap dispenser. Since it's not pregnant, it will not have a baby saying goo goo gaga. This makes the G sound like in goo goo gaga. This crab-looking abomination scares the living shit out of me. For some reason that only Satan can grasp, this makes the D sound like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This looks like an E. E stands for egg. Now picture a chicken laying an egg. Seriously, think of a chicken pooping an egg out. What sound does it make when it comes out? You're right, yeah. This makes the yeah sound. Now the E has eyes on it. This represents you watching the chicken lay an egg with your eyes. What would you say the moment the egg comes out? You got it. Yo boy. This is the yo sound. Yo. This is the handsome Squidward of Russian letters. I am not gay, but I am attracted to it. It makes the zh sound like zh, just like in the gorgeous language of French, je. This is literally the number 3. This must have been a glitch that the developers accidentally left in during an update back in the day. This makes the Z sound like z. This is a backwards N. More proof that they ripped off the American alphabet and only changed a few minor things. This makes the E sound like E. And this right here is a backwards N with a really sexy unibrow on it. I swear I'm straight, I think. This makes a Y sound like at the end of boy. You know what I mean? This is just a K sound stolen from us again! Blin, это наша американская буква, блядь. And it sounds like K. If you look really hard at this one, it kinda looks like an elephant with its trunk out on the left. What do elephants do for fun? You're right, they lick things. Lick. Makes the L sound. This makes the M sound. M for monolingual beta, which you won't be once you learn Russian. This right here is my least favorite letter. It looks exactly like an H, but it's pronounced like an N. It confuses me, and now I sometimes pronounce H's as N's in American. I get really weird looks at Pizza Hut. This letter is why I have trust issues. Yes, it is technically an O sound, but sometimes it's an A sound for no reason. You just have to accept that you're absolutely with this one. This looks like a porta potty. You know one of those bathrooms you find at a concert or something? It makes the P sound This is an R sound. R. The leg on it that would have made it an R ran away. You get it? This is a heterosexual or homosexual C. In American, the C is bisexual, since it can make a hard k sound or a soft S sound. In Russian, it's either just straight or gay, since it only makes the soft s sound. This is boring as shit. It's literally just a T. This letter is a weeaboo. This makes the oo sound like in Just picture it at an anime convention saying, ooh woo. This makes the F sound, f-f-fa. The F stands for holy frick! Why is there a stick stabbing the circle? For some odd reason, this makes an H sound, which is kinda harsh but not too harsh, like ha, ha, хорошо. If you saw my last Arabic vid, you know I suck at H sounds in every language. This alien looking thing kind of freaks me out. It's like a glass of milk that grew a little leg. It makes the TS sound like t, t, t. I don't know what's with them and making numbers into letters, but this is literally just a 4. It makes the ch 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 sound like ch 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 chia. Shut up, пожалуйста. Shut up, sh. This makes the deep sh sound. This is the same thing as the last one, but it has a little pinky sticking out, so you know it's a bit more elegant. This is sh. It's less deep and more elegant than the sh. I think. I kinda suck. This is literally 2 letters. I don't know how they got away with this, but this is the ooy sound. Just kidding, it's the E sound, but I like to exaggerate. This is a bootleg Euro symbol, and it makes the E sound kind of like in the word etta. This looks like a fish, and you know what else looks like a fish? You look like a fish. It makes the U sound. This blatant disrespect for the American R is actually the ya sound. Ya. Ya is actually how you say the word I in Russian, so if you didn't know any words, now you do. Now let's see how good you are at reading Russian. Read this word. What? No, that's not how you say it. It's здравствуйте. Did you not learn anything from this video? Maybe you'd be better off learning Mexican or sticking with American, you monolingual beta?
Now, I went to Brazil during carnival time. I had a whale of a time. I really enjoyed myself. Great. It's lively, it's vibrant, loads going on, people are in good spirits, colour, energy. Nothing but whinging.
No, because I don't like, you know, the carnival and the block parties. It's all parties for me. I've never liked them anyway. I've never really had them. I've never had a birthday party. When I see them, you know, like that advert for Iceland supermarket.
Yeah.
You see Kerry Katona and Christopher Biggins have a vol au vent. I don't look at that and go, that looks like a good night.
No.
But you're meant to, aren't you? It's meant to give you a good feeling. Iceland supermarket, look at the fun you can have with the food. I don't know where that party would be happening. But I don't look at it and go, I'd love to be there. And it was the same in Brazil. I don't like false fun. That's what it is, false fun.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people organise stuff. Come round Thursday. Come round and have a drink and a chat. I don't know how I feel on Thursday.
But you'd never get anything done if you didn't have a bit of planning.
No, because you just, you go with it. It's good. Because you could go up to somebody and go, fancy coming round tonight? I've got some beers in, have a chat.
Oh, I wish you'd have said, I'm going to a party.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What?
Because there isn't such thing as planning. I'm just in the mood, I'm walking down the street.
Okay.
I see you.
Yeah.
Fancy coming round tonight?
No.
Why not?
I need more notice than that, really.
Why?
I left a chicken out. It goes off tomorrow.
And I go along, all right, Steve, you coming round tonight?
He's having chicken with me.
Oh.
Well, no, but I didn't know that because we hadn't arranged that.
Yeah, you hadn't
so
arranged
I've got something going on, Rick. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't eat a whole chicken. Do you want a chicken?
Okay. And there you go, you see. So my night is better than yours. I'm eating your chicken. I'm having a free night out here because there was no planning going on and I'm getting a free night of chicken.
What?
Now, imagine if on the Wednesday before you went...
What day is it now? What day was today?
Tuesday.
So Tuesday, we're all walking down the street.
I always get emails from people going, are you coming out next week? I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't like it. Long term.
No.
Do you know what? It's a good job I wasn't born gay because I don't know what I'd do.
Why not? If you're gay, you'll be loving it, won't you?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm suited to it.
Why?
Just the lifestyle.
Well, what do you mean the
parties
lifestyle?
and stuff. Because the lifestyle, the way they walk about over there showing off, being quite...
Okay, you wake up gay tomorrow. What's the first thing you do? Do you get a boyfriend or do you play the field?
I think you play the field.
Yeah, are you going to talk the same?
Yeah, maybe in time. I suppose things rub off. If I'm knocking about with John Inmans of the world, I'm probably going to start maybe a little sort of... give me something to say.
Oh, hello, I haven't seen you for ages.
Right, so it'd be a bit different. Maybe oh, hello.
Right,
I haven't seen you for ages. It'd be little things like that and people would suddenly go, you met Karl recently, sounds different. Or
so you go home, your dad goes, all right, son, how's it going? Been doing any DIY recently?
Oh, hello, Dad. I've been there for a bit.
Oh, what are you talking like that for, Karl? How's Suzanne?
I'm not with her anymore. This is pointless because it's not the life I would choose.
Okay, but you've woken up gay.
But I wouldn't believe it then. I'd just go, oh, I feel a bit happier today, don't know why.
No, but then you start going, you go down, you buy a gay magazine, you're flicking through, you're looking at more cock than you've ever seen before in your life, and you're loving it. You look down, something's happened. What do you do next?
I just wouldn't look at that magazine again.
No, you're loving it. You go, I can't believe I haven't seen this magazine before.
Yeah, but I've seen knobs before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where?
You see knobs all the time.
Where?
In gyms and that. And don't say you don't look, because you do when you're in a gym. Because it's there.
What is?
If you don't look, if you're going like that, that's more of a worry. If you're not happy looking a knob in the face, there's something wrong. You should be comfortable with it. Just there you go.
It's a good rule of thumb. Would you say you've ever been brave? Because I was thinking before we did this, I can't think of a time when I've ever been brave. I don't think I've been cowardly. I've just never been in a situation where I needed to be brave, particularly. I've always managed to avoid fights, conflicts.
Yeah. See, when I was in Salford, I'd nipped to Greggs to get a pasty. I heard some bells going off. I came out, just thought, I don't know what Just went over to the car, sort of thinking, oh, I can't wait to have this pasty when I get home. Cup of tea, nice cup of tea, maybe a bit of bread.
I love the fact that his head was just filled with food because he was buying food and thinking food. When he's eating, I'm thinking I'm eating food. Just one big globular mess of food cells in his head for the duration of the food experience.
I can remember that food thought going on now, and it was probably like 15 years ago. But I remember how happy I was. I'm out of the Greggs, I've got what I want, I'm on my way home, this pie's hot, it's going to be hot when I get home, it's going to be a nice cup of tea, bread.
These are the things you save, and yet you forget really important facts.
Yeah, he doesn't know why wars are happening, but he does remember this.
Yeah, but listen, this is why I remember it. Like I said, you forgot the bit that I said. A bell going off. I don't know what's going on there. I'm walking over the road, put the key in the car, I turn round, bloke comes running out the post office. Obviously the bell's gone off. He's got a big shotgun, balaclava on, and he stops and looks at me. He's there with a big gun in his hand, and he's looking at me. And I wasn't scared. I just was thinking, does he want me pie? I remember thinking, if he said, I want that, I'd have to give it up.
So a man with a gun.
I told Suzanne, she said no, he was probably thinking about nicking your car. He's got
What,
your
he
key.
didn't have a car ready? He came,
No,
he had
he
the
legged it.
balaclava, the gun, and goes, fuck me, I forgot the car.
In the end, he sort of ran off down the back alley.
I love the fact that he looked over at you for a split second and you thought he might be interested in your
Was
pie.
there other people around? Were you sure this happened and you weren't reading a comic book?
No, it happened.
And so he looked you in the face. He saw
through
you.
his balaclava, he made eye contact. I looked at him. Everything sort of stopped for a minute, and then he just sort of legged it off down the back alley.
And what did you say to the police when you obviously
I didn't. I just went.
Well, you were a witness to the crime.
Have me pie. Like I said, it was warm. It's not going to stay warm forever, is it?
But when it was on Crime Watch a few weeks later,
No, it wasn't. That's what was weird. I said to Suzanne, "Oh, let's watch like Granada reports tonight. See if I'm on the telly or anything." Nothing. Didn't even get reported.
Why would you be on the telly if you just ran away?
Just didn't say CCTV or something like that. If I was involved in it, if they went, "This happened today in Salford outside Greggs. Are you this man with the pie?" I wanted to make sure I was well out of this one. Because Suzanne sort of said, "Oh, should you get involved?" But you shouldn't get involved because then I'm at I'm at risk, aren't I? Nobody was killed.
You are. We're back to bravery again, aren't we?
Yeah, it is bravery.
Go on then.
What are you? I don't know really. It's just.
No, I'm just a mate. We're mates. That's what we are, really. It's just that this is what we do as well. You know, if we were cab drivers, we'd do stuff when we were at work cab driving, whereas we're in film and TV. What?
What do you mean?
We'd do something. We'd have bets like who could pick up the weirdest person, wouldn't we? We'd take pictures secretly in the mirror.
It's tiring.
What, having me as a mate?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what he said about me once? He said some of your friendship with Ricky. He said he's like an iron lung. I need him, but I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. But you must have friends that are annoying, and you go, oh, and you can't get rid of them. And then when you move, you think, well, tell them the address. I could just disappear now.
You didn't tell me your address, but I followed you.
I know, you did. Can you believe that? You didn't just follow me, you chased me. I'm not joking.
Did he really?
Yeah. I told him, I said, I'm going home in a minute, and I thought, oh no. And it's when I lived in town, and his office was only down the road, and he didn't know where I lived. And he said, I'm going to follow you. And I walked really fast, legging it down Googe Street.
With the bloke from the office running after you.
Yeah.
You weren't famous
Honestly,
then.
I got in, like, Suzanne said, what's wrong? I said, Ricky's been chasing me. And she wanted to go out, I said, we can't go out yet, he might be out there.
That's weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Alright.
What about teenagers, and do you feel that life was better in, say, the 1950s?
I don't know, I wasn't around.
So but you understand what it was like in those days? You've seen happy days.
I don't know, people always say, don't they? Old people always say, oh, you know, it's a better life in the 50s. And it's like, yeah, it was for them. Of course it was for them. They're old now. Being old isn't great, is it? So you're just happy with your lot. I suppose I was happiest in about 1984.
Quite a specific year.
Why? Why was that?
It was just I was free and happy.
How old were you?
I don't know. 22.
He's just counting on his fingers now.
12.
Right, okay.
And it was just good.
So the happiest days of your life were between the age of 12 and 13?
Yeah, it was good. I had the world ahead of me.
Little did you know your hair was going to fall out and you were going to whinge every minute of the day.
I had my bike. I like messing about my bike. You had your mates. I had a pet magpie.
So you were probably the teenager that you eventually hate?
Probably.
Were you a good lad, law-abiding?
I wasn't bad. I just sort of, you know, just potted about. I mean, when people talk about what was on the telly back then, I don't have that much memory of it because I was always out. I was always playing out.
What were you doing when you were out?
Just playing about, just like on a bike or...
Just riding in a circle endlessly through blizzards,
I loved it.
rain, sleet, hail.
I never seemed to be in. I was always... When everyone always goes, where were you when Band-Aid was happening? I was always out on my bike. And everything was like...
you and McGregor?
A memory's always sort of like coming in for some orange and looking at the telly and seeing Princess Diana's getting married, and my mum says, have you seen this? And I'm going, oh, I'm going out on my bike. I was always doing that. The only time I was in the house...
This is why you don't know anything, because you never stopped.
Yeah, but this is what being a kid's about.
But
That's
all
what
the
I mean, being
information
free.
you have, Carl, is as though you've gleaned it as you raced by on a bike. It's almost like, you know, every piece of information you have.
Your hair blowing in the wind. Carl, your hair will blow out one day. Oh, don't talk stupid, ma'am.
It was easy. So, yeah, 12 to 13 was good.
But you see...
And it was all downhill from then, was it?
13, you're a teenager then, aren't you? Life got tough.
Yeah. How did it get tough?
Just straight away when I was 13, my mum was like, you know, oh, it's your 13th birthday, you're a teenager now.
Right.
And she gave us a quid to go and get a cake to celebrate it. Went to the supermarket, got a cake, and I just thought, I don't like the look of this. Don't like the look of the way the future is here.
On his 13th birthday.
Well, you were buying a cake. What did you see at the supermarket?
It was kind of like, I don't know, I suddenly felt grown up. I didn't like it.
But I think you were always about 58, really, with your outlook.
Well, yeah, my mum always said I was old. She said I was an old baby. She said I could frown before I could walk. So they always had a bit of a worry look on my face. Didn't say much, just always listened. My eyes moved about more than I did. Just sat there looking around, looking stressed.
My eyes moved about more than I did. Oh dear, couldn't walk. Well, I can't walk, but I'll try and get a bit of movement in my face. It's a workout, a baby workout. Oh, babies, well, if you can't walk, what about your face? Let your face do the walking.
It sounds like that horror film. It sounds like Pilkington's Baby.
Yeah.
Just you lying there in your cot.
I didn't like all the stuff that's set up for you. Like, my mum tried to send me to, like, a nursery. I said, no, I'm not having this.
Just like that.
I said when I'm older and I've got to go, I'll go, but let's leave out this bit. And she said, all right. She was...
I love the fact he could reason with her. I love him. He's 3 years old with a pipe. She's going, you're going to nurse. She goes, I think not, Mum.
I mean, kids don't play out, do they? Kids, you know, parents are scared to let the kids play out, and that's why the streets are dangerous now, because no one's playing out on the streets. Whereas when I was a kid, everyone was out on the streets. The streets were safer, because there was more people knocking about.
Right.
Let the kids play out.
It must be like a constant, like a Larry painting, his front garden, do you know what I mean? Just loads of people just walking around.
There was never any problems. I was sort of taken away by some fella.
What?
Whoa, no, I was playing about in the garden.
Yeah.
But my dad's mate, Tony,
yeah,
he did tiling with him. He drove past, and he saw me looking a bit fed up, so he just leant over, picked me up, took me to the pub. Now, the thing is, there wasn't panic. People weren't going, oh, God, where's Carl gone?
He's out.
Just
How old were you?
He's down the pub.
Yeah,
he's 4 years old, yeah. Well, he's only having a...
He's down the pub with Tony, probably playing darts.
Yeah, I was about 3 or 4.
Sorry, so some bloke drives by who happens to be a friend of your dad's, thinks that baby looks grumpy.
Yeah.
I'm taking him down to the pub.
That's what it was
Tony,
like.
you bringing a baby to the pub? Yeah, I might do, yeah, we'll bring in ours. All right, see you later, mate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Whereas now they go, the baby's gone, there's a big full-on panic going on.
Yeah, but I think it says more about your parents that they didn't do that. They looked out in the back car and you were gone. Some bloke's driving off in a van. They're just going, oh, well.
They rode down the pub.
Doesn't Princess Diana look lovely? This is absurd. So what happened when you got down the pub?
I just was there for a bit, and then...
for a bit? Just had a game of pool?
Then my dad came in. It was like, oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are! I love that! Where's my baby? I'm just going to have a quick pint. Oh, there you are. All right, mate.
So, yeah, I think things were better back then. I had an injection to sort of protect me from dirty chimps. Learn English, all pulled together. Anyway, what was my point?
In a few words, your gut reaction.
Yeah, gut reaction isn't wise, because it still hasn't settled since all these places. I don't think that's going to have a clue.
Right.
like a little bit of a blob with a head on it. I mean, really weird looking stuff that you go, I don't know what it's doing in the world. In the end, they ate one.
Oh, God! To be quite honest, I thought it'd be a bit more virile. Even though he's 23, his penis is actually 102. Why did he have that put on? Why did he have it put on?
Is this any use? I don't know what this is.
No, nothing wants your penis.
You'd be surprised. Honestly, there's some weird stuff out there. Now everyone's saying to me, you've seen the Amazon? That's amazing. Well, how come the stuff that lives in it doesn't want to live in it? They'd rather live in my knob than live in the river. So you're telling me that I'm meant to be lucky? That's what I'm saying. Nowhere's safe.
Bring Suzanne, your girlfriend, back anything from this trip?
Yeah, I got her like a turtle like you blow into its arse and it makes a tune, but she hasn't played with that. They make everything weird. That's what I'm worried about.
Expand on this, I don't understand what you mean.
Everything. Chicken. Why is it orange in Chinatown? Just the slightest thing. The chicken is orange.
I'll just give Suzanne some
No,
flowers.
because she'd be going, oh, aye, what's been going on? If I built her that, she'd be going, what's been going on? Are they the oldest thing on the world?
I told you, he needs an absolute.
They've got that there every day when they leave the house. They see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there again. Sick of seeing it. It's like a pylon to them, that. You get sick of it. Oh, hello, Dad. I haven't been there for a bit.
Oh, what are you talking like that for, Carl? How's Suzanne?
I'm not with her anymore.
What is?
Don't look. If you're going like that, that's more of a worry. If you're not happy looking a knob in the face, there's something wrong. You should be comfortable with it. Just there you go.
It's a good rule of thumb.
I learned that babies in China, a lot of them have square heads.
Right, go on.
We're going to kill this kid if you don't give us the 5 million.
How can
We're
you call
getting
him a
sick
kid?
of him.
Why? What's he doing?
He's just shouting Congress tart. Give him the money. Give us the money.
Okay.
I wouldn't have got him to call you, actually. There's no way. There's no way. So to be a Hell's Angel, you've got to shit in your pants.
Of your mum giving you.
So shit in your pants and keep them on for a week. So, yeah, my dad said me Auntie Nora could have joined then. But,
So,
Oh, fuck me. You are the strangest man on the planet.
you haven't been to China.
Thank you. Good night.
see you later.
Oh.
Done.
Hey, thanks so much indeed for logging on. There is even more exclusive material and behind-the-scenes stuff about The Office on this web page.
That's the good thing about the internet, that you put loads of shit on there. Doesn't matter how long it is or how fucking boring it is. If you want to stay up all night watching something, you can. You will. When we went along to the BBC in about 1999, and they said, do you think it's going to be a sitcom? We went, yeah. I said, as long as I'm in it, we write it and we direct it. And they went, well, I said, no. I said, if I don't get the main role, we direct it and we write it, you can walk. And Steve went, in future, Rick, can I do the talking? He was a little bit worried that as a nobody,
Yeah,
I was laying down some ultimatums.
specific demands from the off. But I think what was weird was because Ricky had never set out to be an actor or a comedian, and he wasn't chasing fame, and he wasn't desperate to be on the telly. His feeling was either we do it in the way that we think it'll work, or we don't. And it's, you know, he'd rather go back and do his regular job than sort of compromise it. And whereas I was panicked, you know, I was thinking, I want to be on the telly, I want to be famous and rich. What are you doing, you maniac, you stupid fat old maniac? So I was a bit more panicked, and I was trying to kind of, but somehow I think his kind of forcefulness worked to our advantage in the end, because you need that confidence in a way to sort of see your vision through.
But we've sort of kept that up. We've never taken anything to get a stepping stone. We've never compromised. We've never did things that we didn't want to do to get somewhere. And it sort of makes you bulletproof. If you really can walk away and just go, oh, okay, we'll leave it, then you know, the bits that you're left with are your vision, are where you've had total control. And I think that's quite important, because otherwise you're
if you're successful, otherwise you're just living in your car.
Oh dear.
The thing that interests me about The Office, which was so brilliant and in a way educational, was that it, you know, revealed the tremendous flowing emotions that happen inside an office. You know, a lot of sitcoms have to do with family, a lot of sitcoms have to do with friendship, and everybody knows all those dynamics, and then you underestimate sort of how complex the lies are that we tell in the workplace.
Everything happens in the workplace. I think the fact that it seemed small, that it was literally just an office, is exactly the point. I think you could go into a shoe shop or a place where they sold ties, and it would be equally compelling.
Because we were so naive, though, we were thinking, well, there's not going to be any actors that will be able to be convincing and real and naturalistic. We're going to need to, you know, grab people off the street. I mean, we had grand plans, you know, of sort of auditioning in village halls all over England to find these real convincing people. And then we realised that real convincing people are terrible. That's why they're not actors. And that actually really good actors can just do an amazing job. And a lot of people always give us credit as though they say, was it improvised? Was lots of it improvised? But it's the actors who are just so good at making those lines seem real.
We knew that as well. It's 99.9%, you know, in the script, and so we needed people to do that like they were saying it for the first time, and there's the real skill. But we did want unknowns, and we kept to that. We didn't want people who'd been, you know, in soap operas, and so because we wanted people to suspend their disbelief long enough, just for the first 2 minutes, to think, is this real? Is this a real documentary? And I think we sort of got that to a certain extent.
One of the things that Gervais and Merchant have really got right, that so many people get wrong in comedy, in sitcoms, is that if you're going to have a character who is a twat and a bit obnoxious and whatever, the way to make them watchable is to make them also lovable.
I think that David Brent is probably a good boss for a paper company, you know? I think that, you know, he's big on morale, he's entertaining. I don't know, like, I think people would sort of be fortunate to have David Brent as a boss at that stage in the game. But maybe I'm just thinking that as a guy who I would just be laughing constantly at this guy, you know?
It must be really exhausting being Brent, mustn't it? It's you are looking around and at a room full of people plus a camera and needing to assess really quickly in your head how you have to be to please each one, make each one think you're funny, and each one respect you. And you can't do it, you know, with everyone. I'd be exhausted if I were him. I wouldn't have it in me.
I liked Tim very much. I really liked him. He didn't seem a million miles away from me. In terms of his sense of humour or in terms of his self-deprecation and his... This is a dangerous thing to say now, but in terms of his wit, you know, I like funny stuff and he likes funny stuff, and he sort of likes taking the mick, and so do I.
Tim's job is to just, sort of like Chandler's job was, to just be an observer of all of it and, you know, let us in, you know. He's the guy that is making fun of it and making comments about it and letting the audience know it's okay to laugh at the ridiculousness of this, you know.
Tim, of course, is us. Tim is the normal audience watching. And, you know, Tim's look to camera was sort of saying, are you getting this? This is what I put up with every day. So that was very important as well, because he was, you know, surrounded by idiots, and he was the sort of dissatisfied Socrates in a room of satisfied fools.
We had spent so long talking about the characters and people from our own lives that were like those people that we sort of had quite vivid ideas of what they should look like and sound like and be like. So I suppose we were sort of looking for actors that could...
Which turned out to be naive because, of course, for example, Gareth was meant to be quite a strapping sort of squaddy type. And we, you know, were looking for those types. But, of course, when Mackenzie walked in, that went out the window.
I knew from the moment I read the script that this was the one I had to get if I was gonna have a chance at having a career in acting. You know, I'd been doing bits and pieces of TV, and I've been slogging around the stand-up circuit for a decade, and this was the one that stood out. The script was just so good, and I knew that this was the one I definitely had to get, and so I had my heart set on it. Yeah.
Gareth said these such awful things, but in such a delicate way, and I've never seen it done before. I've never seen, you know, someone who really should be this kind of big old red-faced, sweaty bloke saying all these ghastly things, but it wasn't. It was Sweet Mackenzie, who is such a nice person in real life, that I loved the juxtaposition of it, and I thought it worked brilliantly.
Subconsciously, he's probably disappointed to find himself in this position in life, but he can compensate for that by having these delusions of grandeur and giving himself a title and making out he's a bigger person than he is, more important than he is, and it gets more respect than he actually does. So yeah, the title is very important to him, and his desk space is very important to him, and yeah, his pseudo-macho hobbies are very important to him. They all make him into this person that he wants to be, rather than this little man that he actually is.
The first time I went in, I just read with the casting director. The second time I came in, I read with Ricky. And I loved that because you could actually, because I knew that he was going to play Brent, you could actually see things come to life, and you could see what road they were going to take in terms of style. Sometimes I went in for one script that I actually did like, and then in the audition it was like, come on, bigger, 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 think pantomime times a million, and I'm not very good at that. I'm you know, sort of a one-trick pony, and kind of I'm always asked to sort of, you know, speak up, and so The Office was sort of perfect for me because I could just sort of kind of be myself.
I do think it is one of the great casting triumphs of British television. I mean, I keep being haunted by that sense of how revolutionary the casting seemed and the performance style. But every single one of those characters is so perfectly cast, and in a sort of new, informal way. It's not a big, rounded, performed thing. It was just a way of finding people who would fit that style perfectly. And when you do cast things, you realise that you're always casting for style. Someone can come in and be very funny, but they're not right for you. They're funny in a slightly different way. Their tone is slightly bigger or smaller. And I think the perfection of the casting, you know, all credit has to go to them for that, for how perfect everybody was, as it were, right down to the glory of Keith.
Well, there is obviously so much to discuss, Ricky. I wonder, in an effort just to provoke some initial thoughts, if I can offer another quote from the great Carl Sagan, who said, "Advances in medicine and agriculture have saved vastly more lives than have been lost in all the wars in history." So quite a...
Yeah, just shows you shouldn't really worry about war.
What do you mean?
It's not a big problem, is it? Obviously. So, that's a good point there, Carl. War's not as bad as a lot of people make out. What do you think, Carl? Overrated? Too much fuss about all...
Well, I don't know anyone who's died in a war, but I know loads of people who have died from, you know, cancer and what have you. So is that going on Carl's quote? Does that work? Is he right? What did he say?
Good, well, we're off to a fascinating start.
But I always remember this story when I was a kid about some bloke who, a bit sad, the story, but weird. He had throat cancer, right? And his doctor said, carry on with your life, right? It's not going to be that good, but just carry on, but don't eat meat. And he was like, oh, I love meat. He's like, yeah, but just don't, you know, have your veg, you know, plenty of vitamins and stuff, keep yourself strong, but don't be eating that anyway.
he was fed up because he loved his meat, and his wife was feeling a bit sorry for him one day, and thought, you know, I'm sick of him looking fed up and that. All he wants is some meat, for God's sake, give him some meat. So she goes to the butcher's, gets him a big piece of like steak and what have you. He can't believe it. He's like, oh, brilliant, cheers for that. Anyway, he's got the meat on his plate, just about to tuck in, and the cancer comes out from his throat. What? No, it's something, I know, it sounds really weird, but it's something that I was told about years ago when I was growing up.
What are you talking about?
It was just some bad illness, some cancer thing, and it sort of, it was coming out waiting for the meat. It was sort of dying.
Again, a lot of your medical knowledge is from
the film Alien.
So this guy with throat cancer, okay, as opposed to it being a disease of the cell.
It was like a living.
The alien.
So it was the animal. It was the little animal cancer.
That's why
what
he wasn't allowed to eat
about?
meat. He wasn't allowed to eat meat.
So it's sitting there. So it's actually sitting there and throat. Why? I'll tell you what I'd have done if I'd have had some cancer in my throat. I'd go, there you go, rid of that. What are you talking about? So what happened?
He choked to death on this thing, and the wife was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have given him the meat after all." Just
that's a bollock story.
It's all. There's loads of weird stuff like that.
There
that
is.
happens in medical stuff.
Well, the terrible thing is, if you got testicular cancer and you eat meat, your bollocks come out of your trousers, and they're all over the plate, and you have to be asked to leave the restaurant.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right. Now, before
and again.
Go on.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Brilliant.
Right.
Right. Before I went away, I told you about Alfred. He was the monkey where there was a robbery going on in a bank.
And then he nicked the robber's loot and backed out with a gun.
Yeah,
he sort of stole. He robbed the robber, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he take his gun as well?
He took the weapons. He took all the weapons. There was like a couple of robbers. He managed, because they were so amazed that a monkey was coming in. It was like,
don't talk shite twice.
Right.
Anyway,
got a follow up to that.
Okay. Now, what was that monkey's name?
Alfred.
That was Alfred.
So anyway, because a lot of people wanted to know, well, you know, what did he do? Did he go off and have a holiday? Did he? No. Right, so the follow up is, what happened is the monkey had the guns, had the cash, which was $250,000.
Sure.
Right. It went back to the zoo. Right.
Right, Carl, you're talking shit.
Ricky, I get angry with you when you won't let him finish his monkey news.
Right.
Can we just get out the official
Imagine
thing?
if people were interrupting Trevor McDonald. It wouldn't happen.
I want to make sure I don't get anything wrong.
No, of course not.
So check the internet.
So, the monkey goes back to the zoo, right, where all the zookeepers come out and go, get him, he's got the guns.
Yeah.
He hands out a couple of guns to his mates.
What? Right. His monkey mates?
His monkey mates, so they've all got a couple of guns each.
Oh, Carl, Steve, I can't, mate. I cannot stand it. Honestly, I want to scream.
Please, I really get annoyed with you.
They tried to do him a deal. They said, how about if...
I'm going. Tell him that. I'm not going. Now I can't.
Step out for a moment.
Okay, we'll just do it.
Look, don't listen. Step out, and I'll paraphrase what I hear for you when you come back in. Step out now, please. I need to hear the end of this. This is monkey news. This is important stuff.
Right.
Right. Ricky now has left the room. He cannot bear to hear, which is surprising to me.
Right. So anyway, so yeah, they've got the money, and they say to the zookeepers, "How about we give you some cash?"
Yes.
And they go,
Sorry, hang on. Sorry, the zookeeper said that to the monkeys?
Yeah.
Right.
No, the monkeys who have got the £250,000...
Right.
...say to the zookeepers, we'll sort you some money out if you let us go.
Sorry, the monkeys say to the zookeepers, we'll give you some money?
Yeah.
You don't see any problem with that?
Right, listen.
Okay.
It's nearly finished.
Right, I'm listening out there. This is ridiculous.
Go!
What do you mean the monkeys say? What do you mean the monkeys say to the zookeeper?
They were probably holding the money out, like, kind of going, look, you know, we'll do your deal.
Right, okay, come on.
And what happened is, I think they were happy with that. I think they left, and that was that. They wanted to get out of the zoo because they didn't like it in there. There's the thing.
Right, I don't.
Just have a look.
Right, Carl, think. Right, how did they get out in the first place? This one.
Just let Steve have a...
So why did he go... So he went and robbed... He thought... what, he knew there was going to be a robbery that day, did he?
he might have been getting some money before they went to escape, and then that happened, and they had more money. They might have been withdrawing some stuff out.
What do you mean? No.
If he was planning on leaving the zoo, he's going to get his savings.
What are you talking about?
I've got another fact for you, Carl. It might be of interest to you. This is the final one. The ancient Babylonians had few... What?
Can I just stop you there? What's a Babylonian?
My head's gonna burst. What do you mean, what's a Babylonian?
I've never heard of one.
No, but we'll work out, what's an Evertonian?
Someone who supports Everton.
Well, or from?
From Liverpool.
Yeah, so what's a Babylonian?
He's from Baba.
Yeah, well anyway, some people from Baba, ancient Baba, they didn't have very many doctors in those days, alright? Because they felt that illnesses should be left to the wisdom of the public, right? So if you were sick, okay, you were placed in the city centre, right? And then a passerby...
Outside Baba.
Outside Baba. And, a passerby who had suffered from the same ailment, or who had seen it treated in the past, they would pass by, they would give them advice on how to be cured. Do you understand? So there'd be no doctor, it's just people passing by would see, they'd say, what's wrong with you? And they'd say, well, blah, 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 I've had the same thing, here's some advice. And pedestrians were forbidden to pass such an individual without inquiring about the complaint and prescribing for it if they knew how to.
So hang on, so there's someone ill.
Yeah.
It's outside the town hall.
Yeah.
People walk past, go, what's up with you? They go, oh, my foot hurts, and they go, you've got to do this to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And were they ever right?
Well, what do you mean?
Were they ever right?
Well, how do we know?
What are you telling me?
What?
What have you just told me? What am I meant to take from that? You just said strangers sort of say, you've got that wrong with you.
I think he's sulking. I don't think he's ever going to take anything we tell him again because we don't.
No, but I don't
like the fact
understand
that goes, monkeys can do armed robberies, and we go, no, they can't.
I don't understand what the problem is.
But how is that different from telling me that a Chinese woman ate dirt? How is that not the same sort of thing?
Because that's weird. Someone sat in Trafalgar Square going, I've got a headache and I go take some Nurofen, isn't shocking. I'm not a doctor, I've given a bit of advice.
But neither is the dirt lady. She's not particularly interesting. Neither of them are particularly interesting. I'm just trying to give you an example of the same sort of drivel you feed us every week.
Would you sort of have tea round at her house? It's weird. The Chinese woman.
Right, so it's weird. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's weirdness that you're interested in.
See, I thought that you were actually interested in sort of interesting...
Well,
sort of stuff.
But if it's weird, it helps.
It's not his fault. Let me have It's Not His Fault. You've got to save this. This has got to teach me something. It'll be an interesting story.
Right, it's not his vault. This fella...
Yeah. What year? Ages ago?
Olden times?
I'd say in the 70s.
Okay.
Would you? Any evidence for that?
And,
does he wear flares in the story?
Right,
is that your reason?
No, it's a bit like Yuri Geller, this fella, right? Where he's electric.
He's electric.
And, if he walks past the telly would fizz. If he walked past the radio, it all goes like that.
Ooh.
His hair stuck up all the time. And he'd be having a bath and everything would be alright, and then the power would sort of switch on in his body, and the electric in his body made him jump out of the bath. So...
What do you mean, so? What is that so? What does that so mean? You've given us nothing. You've given us nothing.
You'd have to at least give us the scientific explanation.
Yeah.
Electric eels have 400 volts in them.
Oh, is this the running away again?
What was that one called?
Yeah, but
it's not his vault.
But there's a reason not his fault. It's not his fault. I thought it was going to be something about keeping it safe.
I think we should do these the other way round. I think you should tell us the story and then we'll hear the pun.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right, let's leave it.
Play a tune. Educating Ricky.
We're not doing it.
No, we are. What would you do, right? If you run a business, right, your business could go under, right? It snows a bit. You got 10 employees. You're paying them well, and they go, I can't come in today, Carl. A bit icy. I'll do it, okay? Right, they're snowed in, right? You're running the business. What are you running?
It's a, let's not, I'm not going to big myself up. It's just a, it's a factory. It's U-bends. U-bends for...
Toilet. So you run a... Okay, right, okay. So, you pay them all right, don't you?
I'd say most of them are on above average.
So you're there. What time do you get in?
About 8:45.
8:45, waiting for them to come in at 9, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right, it's snowing. It's a bit snowy, you got there. Took you a bit, what, you'd set off early, did you, or?
Gave myself a bit more time because I had to put the heating on the car.
Okay, ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello, KP Plumbing.
Oh, is that Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is, yeah, who's that?
Oh, it's Sheila. Listen.
Sheila, shouldn't you be here by now?
Yeah, no, I was going to set off.
Well, we'll set off now. Stop wasting time. We've got a big order on.
No, I know.
We're all on a bonus here if we get this done. I'll see you in 10 minutes, shall I?
I can't make it.
What?
I can't make it.
Why not?
The car won't start and it's slippy on the drive. I just can't get out.
Get the transport. I'll see you in... I'll give you 20 minutes, all right? Don't worry about it. Thanks for calling. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm also scared of the ice. I'm scared of the ice. I'm not gonna come in today. It's dangerous.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna wait until the ice and snow goes away and then I'm gonna come in.
But they're predicting it's gonna be about 2 weeks before they clear all this.
I can't really travel in this. It's a bit dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what. You stay at home. I'll replace you. Because I need someone to come in with a big order. What, you're firing me because I can't get into work with this... Well, I got into work, Sheila.
Yeah, I know, but you don't live with me, do you? If you did live with me, then you'd probably see
it was bad where I was as well, I'm here.
Do you know how bad it is here? When you come round and have a look how bad it is here, you drive my... Tell you what, you come round and drive my fucking car because I'm snowed in, you fucking calling me a cunt. And I'll tell you, if you fire me, I'll tell you to drive you, you bald-headed wanker.
Right, you're fired anyway for that.
You're in fucking trouble then.
Right then, see ya. Right, and then she's done with. She's weak anyway.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
KP Plumbing.
Hiya, is that, Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Hi, it's Bob here.
Bob.
Yeah, bit of trouble, in my area, it's absolutely snowing, it's possible, no one's getting out. I live near Sheila,
Bob, listen, Sheila's just been on. She's saying she can't get in either.
She can't. I've just seen her out there trying to dig her car out, and she's hurt her back. She's really tried hard to get to work, but she can't do it because she's not very rich and her car doesn't work. She hasn't got the right tyres. And there's no public transport. They've cancelled those. Wrong snow on this country. I'm not going to make it in today, son, so I'll see you tomorrow, right, boy?
Well, no, you're saying you'll see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you'll probably call up tomorrow with the same thing.
Well, only if it's snowing still.
Now, listen,
it might not,
I can't run a business like this, Bob.
Yeah, it's not my fault, is it really?
So go round to Sheila's and like slag me off if you want. But I tell you what, you're not coming back here. Oh. Fuck off. One chance. Give them one chance.
Oh. Well, you didn't even give them one chance.
No, because they've done it before.
Oh, fucking hell.
Just annoys me. So, what I've done, this little book of quotes, happiness quotes, I've picked 2 that are real.
Okay.
And I've made one up. Alright?
And we've got to guess.
And you've got to guess.
Okay, then, go on. Well, I'll tell you what, Rick, why don't we, when we've heard them, we won't confer.
No.
You'll write down yours, A, B, or C, and I'll write down mine, and we'll see how it
Okay, Carl, off you go.
Right, and just because I'm looking at this book, it doesn't mean I'm actually reading.
No, I know.
Don't worry, we're clever.
No, we know, we can't see yet.
Like, call my bluff.
Yeah, go on then.
Nothing is worth more than this day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
The way I see it...
Oh God, my head's gonna burst.
No, hang on.
My head's gonna burst.
No,
hang on.
This might not be Carl's.
It might not be.
How do you know I haven't tweaked them a little bit?
Yeah, good point. Good point. No, good point.
The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Yeah.
Come on.
Cat food.
Cat food, go on.
It stinks a bit. But, if you don't put up with the smell, the little kitten will die.
Steve! I don't know what to say! I don't know what to say. Imagine this in faking it. Imagine their faces when he says that, and they're going, oh my God. Oh. Carl, play a song, mate.
We'll have to confer on this one.
I've been trying to take in too much information though, that's the problem recently. Well, I said to you last week, I've been like reading more books and what have you, and trying to take in too much, but the problem is, like even watching telly and that now, Suzanne said to me, you know, stop doing that, stop watching telly late at night and going to bed, because it's making your brain too active. And I'm sort of...
Heaven forbid.
And you know, I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't, and then when I wake up, she had a go at me the other day, right? Because it was the night after watching The Fat Baby, right? Woke up in the morning, and she had a go at me because
soon as I woke up, I said something like, "How can you freeze time?" And she says, "Are you going to say good morning or whatever?"
I'm gonna burst! Just imagine it, right? It's that the sun comes out through the window. Oh, she's Carl's like that, his little head. His eyes open, he goes, one of those floppy night hats. How can you freeze time? Oh, God.
You're like this. Peter the Great, you ever heard of Peter the Great?
No.
Okay, well anyway, Peter the Great had his wife's lover
Oh.
executed.
You'll love this, Carl.
Right, so his wife had a lover, he had him executed, and he put his head into a jar of alcohol, and his wife had to keep it in her bedroom. Do you understand? That's every time she saw, every morning she'd wake up, and there was her lover's head in a jar.
Who took his head off? He took his own head off.
Play a record.
Play a record.
She had a lover, and oh, never mind. Never mind. Mad World on XFM. We just had a text, Rick, from Andrew Barnes. He says he watched the same documentary, it would appear, as Carl did in the week. And he says here, just to clarify, the leech nose man got it up there when drinking from a muddy stream. And he goes on, one can only imagine the frightenedness he experienced.
Oh, Carl. Explain to him once more what happened with Peter the Great.
Alright, so we've got Peter the Great.
Yeah.
Okay. And his wife had a lover.
That's
on the
another
side.
man.
Another man.
Not Peter the Great.
She was having an affair with someone else.
Right.
And Peter the Great, he found out about that. Okay?
Yeah.
So he sliced off this bloke's head, he killed him, he executed him.
Right.
You with me so far?
The fella who
Oh, Jesus.
She was seeing for a bit.
Yeah, there's only two fellas involved.
There's two people
though.
involved. One's Peter the Great, the other one's
Right,
not.
right.
The guy that's not Peter the Great...
Derek the Terrible.
Derek the Rubbish.
Yeah.
Right? He's having an affair with Peter the Great's missus. So Peter the Great slices off his head, puts it inside a jar of alcohol to preserve it, and puts it in his wife's bedroom. So every morning she wakes up, she sees her dead lover's head.
You'd have thought he wouldn't have wanted to remember, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Best bury the head so she don't remember.
Well, it was a reminder so as not to put it about.
And did it work?
Oh, I don't know.
I love that. Again, that to me is an amazing thing to do. And you go, did it work? I mean, you've got quite an interesting mind, actually. I mean, you are, in some ways, really, really bright and intelligent. I love the way you think. You're one of the cleverest blokes in some ways that I know.
Hello, it says I've got common sense.
Well.
Yeah.
And that's more important than knowing about, golf
But it's
fishing.
what, it's like you follow the subplot, which is quite an interesting thing, do you know what I mean? It's like, you tell you a story, you'll always pick up on something that I didn't even think was an important bit. It's like you're always, you're looking out of the window all the time.
So what's important about that head thing?
What do you mean?
The head in a jar.
It's a grotesque thing to do. It shows ego, power, cruelty, and revenge.
Although I think it probably did work, because he is called Peter the Great.
Yeah.
So you'd assume he got it right.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can query that. That's the sort of facts you give us. You see now, you're on the other side of the fence, and you've got questions, just like we've always got questions.
No, but in Carl's thing, it would have been, turns out, some weird happened, right, and he was still alive.
Yeah.
And so she was still having sex with body, and his head was watching.
Yeah.
And Peter the Great didn't even know.
See how he's perked up?
I understand what you're saying. Now I've learned some other stuff, so I'll see if I can, educate you a bit before 3.
But I want to know. See what? I'll tell you what education I want. I want to know what sort of things I can buy this weekend.
Butt plugs.
No. Have you got any adverts?
Oh, yeah. Right, I don't know the sort of full ins and outs of it.
Go on, you surprised me.
But what he asked for, something happened to his tackle, right?
Mm-hmm. His penis?
Yeah, right. So he was at the doctor's, and they were like, oh, what can you do for me? It's a bit embarrassing, I've got nothing down there, right? So they were like looking at it, going, yeah. Doctor, I don't know if he started like rubbing his chin with his finger or something. Looked down, He's thinking, got an idea. You know, you've got a lot of fingers. How many of them do you use? The patient's like, yeah, I see what you're thinking. They cut off one of his fingers, sewn that on to where his tackle is. He's happy.
Well, that's different though, isn't it?
Well,
That's where they've
really
taken
different.
tissue. No, but I assume they fashioned it into more of a knob than a finger.
No, I still think it's there with like a little knuckle and you know, fingernail and that on
Well,
it.
I assure you it isn't. They've probably used the finger as a basis to then build up some sort of knob-based
No, 'cause
organ.
if you were doing that, use a sausage. I mean, why lose a finger for...
Well, I'll tell you why. Because your finger has your tissue, your blood type, and therefore would graft near your testicles. A sausage is a thing that's made by a butcher out of offal, okay, that really can't be grafted onto any part of the human body. That's why they very rarely use any meat products in surgery. I know, yeah. Well, I mean, why not use a sausage? You're a mental case. Carl, any New York related pun song titles?
New York.
Not New York, New York, or anything with New York. That's too it. Just something a little bit more lateral.
Do you know anyone who lives over there who's a native New Yorker?
Good one.
Nice.
Well, I said no New York though, so do one without New York in the title.
Do you know anyone who's been born in the USA?
Well, it's not specifically New York, is it? It's a big place, USA, so it's got to be to do with New York, but not mention New York.
Well, so it's a... They're living in the city.
Well, that's any city. That's any city. Yeah, but it's any city. It's got to be. This
is exhausting.
Well, think. Positively 4th Street. We just said loads there.
Yeah, well, you've had first dibs. Hang on a minute. The world.
That noise is actually Carl's brain just turning over. Go on.
What's the one about one big apple?
That's what's one. That the world is.
Yeah.
Right, I know what he's thinking of. The world's just a great big onion.
Joe the taxi.
Well, that could be anywhere.
But a New York taxi.
But no, but that's not the title of the song. If it was New York Taxi, it would be banned anyway, because it's got New York in the title. We had Big Yellow Taxi, that is New York, it doesn't mention New York, it's a Joni Mitchell song, it works.
Is that picture now on a freeze frame?
What are the other streets?
Oh God! Carl! Okay, right. Say something that... Right, think of something to do with New York, then see if that is a title of a song, and then say it out loud with your mouth. So, something to do with New York. Is that a title of a song? Does it have New York in the title? If it doesn't, but it is about New York, then say the title of the song. So far, you've come up with titles with New York in the title.
Can you think of any others?
Well, yeah, we will in a
Have you
minute.
got one on your head?
I don't, yeah, because you said that we had first dibs. You just saw how quick we just came up with them then. So come up with one.
What's the name of the statue? Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
Is there any songs with Liberty in?
Well, there's well, yeah. If they're about the Statue of Liberty, I'd let you have that. Crosstown Traffic.
That could be any city.
No, but it was about New York. It was about crosstown. It was about crosstown traffic.
What's the one about?
Jesus.
Where the streets have no name, just numbers. Who sings it?
Isn't that
You too?
You too, yeah. There you go.
You could have had Angel of Harlem. That would have been easier.
That would have been easier, yeah. And the streets do have names down
I'm not sure
sort of
that is
downtown.
about that town, is it?
Well, they haven't got names. Where the streets have no name. Where's that? New York.
Is it? Are you sure?
Where else would they be?
Well, there are some streets with names, there aren't there?
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, down south on Soho, they've all got names.
Yeah, but it's where the streets have no name. The streets in New York have no name, they're numbers.
No, some of them have names.
Where?
Well, we just named some, Bleecker Street.
Yeah, I'm talking about New York.
That's in New York! That's what Simon and Garfunkel wrote about it.
It's down in Soho, Bleecker Street.
I don't want to play. I went to, what's her name? Harley Street. I went for a checkup. And, like a medical. Posh, you know Harley Street, it's like it's the top doctors, isn't it? I've never been before.
Yeah.
All posh buildings and that. Went up to the counter. I said, I see the doctor. They said, name, yeah. Give us 10 minutes, go and wait in the waiting room. Dead posh waiting room. Dead fancy. Big leather furniture and that.
Yep.
Loads of magazines. I mean, like a newsagents.
Yep.
In the middle of the room on a table. Loads of them. So I'm looking through, and there's the top quality ones, your Esquire, GQ, Classy, Yacht Weekly, all that. Country Life. Boys.
Boys?
There's one there, yeah. Boys. What's that? Right, lifted up like the one on top of it. And it's like Boys with a Z. Two fellas stood there, looking, sort of Italian looking.
Yeah. Right.
Dungarees on.
No shirt though.
No shirt, just dungarees sort of unbuttoned, hanging down a little bit.
Sure.
So no one else is about. I'm never going to buy a magazine like that.
You're going to tell us you looked through a gay magazine?
I had a little look, just because I thought, like I say, it's one chance.
You're always looking to learn, aren't you? You're always looking to learn.
Yeah.
Always open, there might have been something in there that I go, right, I get it now, I understand why they like doing that or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So she said I was going to, 10-minute wait, I can have a quick flick through. Picked it up, had a look. Still none the wiser.
Why?
Well, what did you see when you opened it up?
Just loads of, like I've said to you before about, I don't know why they like looking at knobs when they've got one of their own.
Right.
There's no surprises there, you're not going to go,
sure,
that's
yeah.
nice. Some had like car oil on the face. Not about.
Yeah.
There was someone sat on one of them square things of hay.
Oh yeah,
Sat there, like sort of sat on it, straddling it.
Yeah. That must have been uncomfortable.
Again, knob out.
Yeah, just looking like it's normal.
That's
Sort of
crazy.
like
No
that.
farmer walks around like that.
What was the other one? There was motorbike. They always like them.
Yeah.
No, I'm going through and then like the content is all puns.
Right.
Everything was to do with knob.
Right.
That's the only bit they're interested in the male body.
Look at this bloke
It's
straddling
not-
this huge throbbing thing. The bike's not bad either.
Yeah, all that.
yeah.
Loads of them. It was just cock. Just 100%. Like let's just talk about the knob.
That's a good name for a gay magazine.
100% cock.
100% cock.
Did it not at any moment sort of maybe slightly unnerve you that the doctor might come in and see you reading Boys?
No, because I wasn't.
What about if I walked through? Because I remember once when you were in hospital about to have a tube going down your knob and you were sitting in your pants with stockings on and I walked through and you were horrified. So what if I'd have walked in then and went, Carl, what are you doing?
I would have just said, look at this. Look at this, it's free.
And I said, why did you bring that with you?
No, I would have just said, look, does it look like I brought it with me? Look at this.
Yes, it does.
Well,
Because you would never see a gay magazine in a doctor's waiting room. So I think you bought that and pretended that it was there.
That's the thing. I was amazed by that because there was no there was no Mayfair or anything. They just catered for if you wanted a bit of knob action. It was really, I could have complained.
Sure.
So if you're going to have this, where's a bit of the other?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, you had a bit of this, where's a bit of the other?
I know one of the things that they had, and I thought they're really struggling with ideas. They had a Sukoko.
As in Sudoku?
Yeah.
Sukoko.
Surely Sudicco is better.
No, because it was like Sukoko.
Yeah, but it's Dick as well.
Subdico.
Yeah.
What, and it was still a Sudoku-style puzzle, but it just had that name?
Yeah. It's just everything.
It was just Sudoku, but called Coco. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Now, if I was gay, do you know,
Let's have a game of Lubo. Let's have a game of Knobopoly.
Noberation.
Noberation! Let's have a game of chess. cock.
Let's have a game of fuckaroo.
Well, that works for either sex.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how we spend our
Okay then,
Christmases.
fuck a poo.
Oh, God.
Good.
Carl, let me ask you now. Carl, you will be a little bit unnerved about this. Have you seen the film Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
You know what happened there? Well, according to the Sun here, it says scientists are planning to clone mammoths for a theme park. Look at his face. Look at that. He looks like a dog caught in the headlights of a car. He's terrified.
I love Carl.
He sprung to attention
Carl.
there.
Is that the best news you could have?
Man moths.
Right.
Yeah, man moths.
I
Man
love
moths.
the fact that that's why he was so excited that they bred a man moth. What is this? Yeah, it's a human being that hides in your wardrobe and eats an entire jacket in a day.
Yeah.
What do you mean, man moths? Mammoths. Mammoth, the big hairy
Have you heard
cow
of a
from the
mammoth?
Ice Age. I mean, elephant.
You're not so excited about that, then? You can take or leave bringing back mammoths to life, but a man moth...
A man moth is a different matter. Oh, if we'd have never brought that up, he'd have gone and told someone now.
Yeah.
You know, they've bred an half man, half moth.
This
and
is
that's
what we
that's how
mean.
things start.
This is what we mean when you hear these ghost
Are you
stories.
slightly deaf? Is that it? When you hear these stories, is it?
Carl, is English your first language? Are you actually foreign? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Should we speak
when we say
slower?
foreign, we mean not of this planet.
Yeah. Should we speak slower? Would that be a help to you?
No, go on. Next
What do you
one.
make of
Do
that?
you think that's good?
The
Well, that's
idea
good
of
to bring
bringing
back mammoths.
prehistoric animals.
These giant elephants.
They're slow, aren't they? It's not as if they're going to like get out and run fast and they can't capture them.
They'd probably be a
like
fence, to be
elephants,
honest,
aren't
Carl. They'd probably be a fence.
they? No, but you're asking it as if like, oh, it could all go wrong, but it couldn't, could it?
Well,
Really?
but the point was about Jurassic Park is they thought it wouldn't go wrong. They thought they had it all under
Yeah, well,
control.
that was
and
Have you
dinosaurs.
learned nothing from Jurassic Park, Carl?
Dinosaurs would say, oh, think about it before you do it. But with a hairy elephant, it's not going to.
Not a concern for you. Would you go along to see him? Would you be interested in that?
If it was in the area.
He's great, isn't he? I'd love a queue,
Nothing
right?
impresses
No,
him.
but what I'd like to do is Carl sitting like Yoda in a little cave, and I'd just like to see people like Tony Blair and, you know, Stephen Hawking in a queue, and they go and say, Carl, got a bit of a problem,
Yeah,
and
thinking of cloning a man and a moth.
Yeah.
Problem? Not an issue. No, if I'm in the area, I might cruise around and have a look at it. Otherwise, just don't send it near my clothes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it's just for a second.
What's
as the words "man moth" came into your head, how excited were you? I mean, were you both terrified and excited? Just for the moment when you thought that they'd cloned a man and a moth.
I pictured.
What kind of face did he have? Did he have the moth's head, or was it a man's head?
Just a little head, little man head.
Right. What was his face? What did it look like?
He just was like a bit shocked,
perplexed. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it was like he'd been grafted onto the body of a moth without his consent.
And when he was asleep,
yeah, he'd woken up.
He just went in to have a goiter removed, and they said, "We've
He
replaced
woke up
your
with
goiter with the body of a giant moth."
Yeah.
Is that all right, Mr. Jenkins?
So he had the head of a little. Was it a little boy or a man?
little man,
Right. Okay.
and he's just bumping into a lamp.
He's just bumping into a lamp.
And it's all right for you to go into women's toilets when you're a kid. It's like, oh, it's a bit cute,
Yeah.
right? As long as you're not like over 15 or something, right?
Right.
But when I was a kid, I went into a toilet, and women, when they use their little cubicles, they don't shut the door. Some of them just sit down on the toilet,
Yeah.
right? And you see everything. And no, seriously, that's probably one of the first times I saw like a woman.
Yeah.
That, right? And my Auntie Nora when she was staying over.
What happened with your Auntie Nora?
She was, she's into wearing caftans.
Into wearing what?
You know, caftans.
Oh yeah.
What caftans?
Big bellowy sort of dresses.
Right.
And, yeah, I used to sit on the floor at home in front of the telly.
Sure.
She was on the chair behind.
Yeah.
She did a bit of a sort of a Sharon Stone scene.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
There was no underwear.
No.
What age were you?
What was it like?
What age were you?
It's like a ripped tennis ball.
What?
I'm sort of on a bit of a mission to find out, you know, we've got a lot of animals and insects in the world and stuff.
Yeah.
Do we need them all?
It still amuses me.
So we've found out we've got to keep jellyfish. we've done octopus. She said we've got to keep them. This week, snails.
Do we need them?
Just doing some research, right? I'm sort of working my way through different creatures and insects and stuff that's on the planet.
Yeah.
Right? And finding out if we need them or not. Right?
Yeah.
Do you know much about snails?
Well, sea snails.
Well, yeah.
Snails in general. Don't know much about snails, land snails. I know a bit about sea snails, like whelks, top shells, that sort of thing.
Would you say they're important?
What sort of sense do you mean by important?
Say if we had to sort of get rid of some animals and insects and that because we're running out of room.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you what I know about some snails. I don't know if this applies to sea snails as well. I mean, I called you today because a lot of other places are shut.
Yeah.
Right? So, I know they like to eat stamps, apparently. The glue on stamps. They love it, right?
Right.
Apparently a lot of letters and stuff aren't getting to where they're meant to be getting because snails are crawling into letterboxes and eating the stamps. That obviously doesn't apply to the sea ones, but that's a problem they're causing.
All right.
Were you aware of that?
No, I didn't know that.
Bet you're glad you answered the phone today. Right? They love beer.
Beer, yeah, who doesn't?
And also, I don't know if this is right, but I heard that they sleep for 13 years, or can do.
Right, I wouldn't know if they can sleep for 13 years or not, but... I mean, sea snails are pretty important, yeah, they do quite a good job in the sea. They graze on algae and they provide food for other animals. I mean, you can say that about any fish, you know, or any animal. Why do they exist?
Would you be upset if someone said we're getting rid of them?
Oh yeah.
You would be.
They're an animal, I wouldn't.
Forget being like favouritism and all that I get for them, right? There'll be other things knocking around you can sort of spend your time looking after. You'll still have a job. Don't be worrying about that. Because I'm not going to get rid of all the fish. Jellyfish need looking after, so you're safe.
Yeah.
But do we need them? Come on, there's loads of people saying, come on, we've got to move on through the animals, and you're holding them up saying, well, I want to keep them.
Well, who's saying we need to... That just sounds a bit crazy to me.
Just imagine. Do you know what I mean? And they would come to you because you work in an aquarium, so they'd be asking for your advice.
Right.
And you're slowing it down.
Well, they asked my advice and I'm giving it to them, so, that's what I think, anyway.
Yeah, but snails, I mean, like I say, they drink beer and that, what do they do apart from some food for a whelk?
They were around, their descendants were around a lot longer than we have been.
Yeah, they've been around a long time, but what have they done?
Well, they survived that long, so they must be doing something pretty good.
Well, apparently they sleep for 13 years, so really, even though they've been around for ages...
I think that sounds a bit... I don't think they sleep for 13 years.
Not all of them, just the tired ones. So, snails, do we need them?
Well, yeah, I just think they've got to, it's not for us to say, do we need them or not, we can't.
So you think we should keep them?
Yeah, definitely.
Carl, I'm proud of you. That was
getting really quite annoyed.
I know. What did he think he was doing? What? I don't know what you tell these people. I mean, you don't get their permission to play this out, do you? You just don't tell
the
them.
thing is, right, I sort of told him what it was about, but we won't say who he is or where he works, because it doesn't matter. I just needed to speak to someone who knows.
I know the fact that you were trying to get an answer out of him by suggesting that he would be safe, because he could look after jellyfish if he gave the okay to destroy snails.
He was getting livid, you can tell.
Oh, God. Brilliant. So they've been around a long time, but what have we done?
No, what happened to me? But that isn't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, have you seen them weird things that just look like... They sort of look like a leaf?
Yeah, they're insects that have evolved to look like a leaf. So a bird thinks, oh,
There's no tea there.
No,
That's
but
not a juicy insect. It's a leaf. I don't eat leaves.
Yeah, but at some point, something has had it away with a leaf.
No!
What?
At no point has something had it away with a leaf.
No, to make it look that much like
No.
a leaf.
At no point did a beetle shag a leaf. There's nothing on a genetic level or molecular level, anything to do with it having anything to do with a stick or a leaf. It's superficial. It's the way it looks.
Now, what it is this monkey, right?
Yeah.
Don't know where it was.
Mhm.
But there's a bit before the monkey anyway, right?
Jeez.
Is this... No, listen.
Shoot me.
Right? It's a bank. There's this bank, right? Busy bank. Normal day, everything's going normal,
Yeah.
right? Busy bank, people going in, doing what they do, seeing about mortgages and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's normal, everyone's happy, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's quite busy one day. Fella comes in with a gun and a balaclava on.
Up to no good.
Right, I'll tell you now, Carl. If this fella turns out to be any ape or monkey-related species, you're never doing this again. You're never... so just, if you want to finish it, it's at your own risk. But if this fella who robbed the bank turns out to be a chimpanzee, that's the end of Monkey News.
All right.
Okay, let's hear the end. It's a lovely day in a lovely bank. Everyone's happy.
Everything's normal.
A man comes in the balaclava.
Man comes in.
Is it a man?
Starts waving a gun around.
Shut up, Rick. Let him finish the story.
Starts waving a gun around.
Yeah.
Right.
Up to no good.
So everyone's thinking, oh God, you know, wish I didn't come in here. It's not going to be a good day.
How tall is the man?
Shut up. Let's hear it.
Everything, you know, oh God, and he's telling everyone to get down on the floor.
Yep.
In what? In English? In English?
Yeah.
In English?
So.
Yeah.
So everyone's panicking, everyone's getting on the floor thinking this is it, this is, you know, it's all over.
Yeah.
Just when you think, you know, it's all bad news.
Yeah.
It's all bad news. Doors swing open. Little monkey wanders in.
God, it's worse.
Shut up, Rick.
Little monkey wanders in, right? The robber's like, what's going on here? He's telling it to get down on the floor. I don't think it was taking any notice.
No,
right?
it was just busy asking for coffee.
It runs in. I don't know if it was kind of withdrawal or deposit or whatever. It wanders in, right? Goes up to the robber.
Where did it come from?
Shut up. Will you let him finish the story and then ask questions? That's only fair.
Okay.
Wanders in. Runs up to the fellow with the gun. Takes the gun and the bag of money off him. Everyone's like, yay, you know, we've been saved. Then the monkey starts backing out with the gun and the money.
Shut up! Don't sit down and
I'm not having this.
And
Here's the end of the story.
It does a runner with the money and the gun. No one's seen it since.
You are an idiot. I mean, you have said some stupid things in your time. What are you talking about?
It's a story that happened.
No! What are you talking about? What do you mean it backed out? It came in, was it an accomplice? Was it an opportunist monkey robbery? What are you talking? Think, Carl! Think!
I know it's mad, that's the idea of Monkey News. We're telling people how monkeys are pretty, you know, they're mental.
We've got to look into this. If anyone knows why Dumpty was an egg, if Hubbard eventually found a dog a bone, and what was the little one doing? What did the little one think he was doing, for God's sake?
When I saw my dad last year, he was telling me about a fella who's got some clothes you can see through. What's that one?
You don't mean the Emperor's New Clothes?
Yeah, what's that one about?
Well, that's a genuinely good little parable, that.
Yeah, because it's now used for people who are scared to sort of slag something off because it's sort of like really cool and they don't want to be the one that shouts it, and then one person goes, hold on,
Very briefly,
this.
Carl, very briefly, the king wants some new clothes, right? He's the king, he goes, who's going to make me some new clothes? Various people come to me, he says, I don't like that, it's not interesting enough. One guy, who's just a bit of a con artist, he comes along, he goes, I've made you this magic suit, look, and it's nothing. He goes, put it on, the king puts on nothing, because there is nothing, but thinks there's something, because, you know, he wants to buy into it and everything.
And he goes, it's the finest stitching, he goes, look at it, can you see it? No, they have to say, only a genius can see how good this suit is. And the king goes, yeah, it's brilliant, yeah. It's great. And he goes out, and just, is it a woman or a little kid?
Well, everyone's applauding it, they're going, you look great, even though his tackle's hanging out, he's, you know, he's nothing.
Even though he's got a king-size, sort of like, bit of meat and two veg, wobbling, dragging down the street.
Exactly. And then one little boy goes, he's not wearing anything.
The king is in the Altogether. Know that one?
So, well, did anyone else buy one? Or was... Oh.
Okay, play a record.
Play a record, Carl.
Play a record.
Carl, just play a song.
Jesus. What's your pet hate?
Just when there's shit somewhere.
What?
Oh, when there's shit somewhere and you can't find it and it stinks.
What?
I hate that.
Isn't that funny? I didn't get that. What do you mean?
Just what have you put?
Faffing. Too much faffing. Like, is people always like, you can't do that? You have to phone 5 times. You have to put you on hold. People
Oh, you just mean an annoyance.
What did you think he meant?
He said a pet hate. I thought, right, okay, yeah, I would have said
Sorry,
faffing.
what do you mean?
What do you hate about having a pet? When there's shit behind it.
Okay, good night, everyone. Okay.
I wouldn't word it like that.
I've known him for 10 years, and that surprised me.
Hang on,
That
faffing.
fucking surprised me. I'm really sorry about that.
Right,
person.
faffing,
A
yeah,
pet hate.
faffing.
A pet hate. When you're asleep and it licks your bollocks. What?
No, alright, I got the wrong end. Yeah, faffing, alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's great. Cheers.
It's either a chimpanzee with a typewriter with an infinite amount of time. He would eventually, by definition, mathematically, type everything ever possible. Okay, or it's an infinite amount of chimps with typewriters, and one of them will type it first time.
But already that's not right. You either need to have
What do you mean?
monkey.
What? You mean
Let's hear his
employment
point.
laws?
He
What do you mean
can't-
it's not right?
Let's hear him out, please.
If it's one monkey
Yeah.
with a typewriter that's got loads of ink in it and that, right? At least it knows what it's done in the past.
It's not.
Keep going.
Crime.
If you've got a load of monkeys, it's like if you have too many. What's that saying about too many chefs?
Too many chimps spoil the soup.
Right. Well, it's the same thing. It's like, well, I didn't tell you to put salt in it. I was going to put salt in it, and it messes it up. Whereas if it's just one, they know what's gone on. So what I'm saying is,
honestly,
just leave him go.
I can't be bothered,
I want
Steve.
to hear- I want to hear the rest.
This blows my mind. He doesn't know what this does to me. It's a mathematical problem.
I want to hear the rest.
well, it's just I just don't think it will happen.
What do you mean you don't think it'll happen? Infinity works it out for you, by definition.
But not Shakespeare.
Oh! Shut up! You idiot!
Rick, do you know what he said to me? I said to him, I just explained it to him. I said,
God.
you've got an infinite number of monkeys, infinite number of typewriters. They will type the complete works of Shakespeare. He
Yeah.
said, have they read Shakespeare?
You're an idiot! Play a
I said
record, 'cause
no.
I'm not having this
They're not doing
conversation.
This is a bit of a bigger issue. We're always making more and more stuff, right? In the world, you know, big buildings, big planes, big boats, and that. Will we ever get to a point where all this is too heavy for the world to handle?
Right, what error has he made there, Steve? What physical, scientific error has he made there with that question?
I can't begin to explain it.
Carl, we're not getting the rocks from other planets. It's already here. It's like having a big pile of books in a room and then moving them over to the other side of the room and build a thing going, oh, can the room take it? I'm building a lot of things out of these books.
What about plastic? Where's that come from?
Other chemicals that existed on the planet.
Yeah.
Do you see the point?
Hang on a minute, though. What about a little tree? You plant that as an acorn, it grows, Rick. That's bigger, that's more stuff.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him, Carl. He's patronising
What
you.
about acorns and that, though?
Right, they grow from minerals and proteins already in our atmosphere or in our the mass of Earth.
What about a cat, Carl? Right, you get it. It's a very tiny kitten, but it grows up and it's bigger.
Carl, he's doing it on purpose.
Elephants, they're very small to begin with, but they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and so they get heavier and heavier.
Mind you, dinosaurs have gone.
You know, but you.
And then we went and had a look at the volcanoes and that. They've got 36 of them to look at.
How many did you look at before you realised that pretty much, you've seen one volcano, you've seen them all?
Probably about 6 or 7.
Really? And then when you got to the 8th, you thought, no, I know what this is going to be, Suzanne. This is going to be like a mountain with a hole in the top.
Yeah.
Really?
But it happened years ago as well. It's like, just keep a couple, fill the rest in, tidy it up.
Fill the rest in!
Yeah, no,
Well, getting some builders.
No, seriously though.
Okay, 4 million tons of concrete, please.
They're an absolute death trap.
Yeah, what? Yeah. What do you mean, fill them in? Do you know what a volcano is?
Just a hole, isn't it? That's happened.
Well, it's more than the
happened back
hole. It's
in-
more a portal to the magma in the centre of the Earth.
Back in 1730 it happened, and they still haven't sorted it out.
Well, when you say it happened, volcanoes were made a lot longer ago than 1730.
No, but the one that did Lanzarote in.
Right.
Sort it out.
What would you suggest? How can they fill it in? It's joined. It's all joined.
No, but what I'm saying is,
the big plates of the Earth are all joined. All the magma's joined.
With the trade centre thing, that happened. They cleaned it up, sorted it out. They've moved on. That's what I'm saying. Whereas Lanzarote have just gone, leave it. It happened back in 1730.
You misunderstand me. How, in the name of God, can you fill in a volcano? You ignorant twit.
No, but it's not just the holes. They've actually left the lava everywhere. That's what I mean. It's not just the big holes. There's lava everywhere.
But it's molten rock. They can't just pick it up like a carpet.
Put it in the holes. The holes are there ready. Just push it all in. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Have we got a cheeky freak of the week?
Do you want one?
Yeah. I think we should have a jingle for this.
Okay, I've got a jingle. It's very similar to chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee there.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. Oh, cheeky freak of the week.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I think that's excellent. So, cheeky freak of the week. You've spotted a freak this week.
This is where somewhat, I think, offensively, you pick on someone who's not like other people and say it's your favourite freak of that week.
Yeah,
I remember we had the woman whose legs look like the hind legs of a dog. We've had the little fella with the aging disease with the little head playing the piano. That was your favourite. I think that's your probably freak of the year, isn't it?
It's a pretty good one.
So what's this? Is it a man with a horrendous injury, or is it a congenital birth defect, or what?
Yeah, but you put it like that, and now it sounds like I'm being tight. Sounds like I'm being out of order. But I'm just giving him a mention.
Just giving him a big shout out.
Right. There's quite a lot going on in the freak world.
There always is.
You've been visiting hospitals the last week, have you, when we were away?
No, there was a thing on a website. This isn't even the one that I've picked, so...
So this is just a bonus?
This is a bonus freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
This is a free freak, right? It's a fella called the Lobster Man.
The Lobster Man, of course.
Again, good name, you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get? Some succulent meat.
I like the idea that the vicar on the christening suggested that. I know you want to call him Mark. Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Look at his hands.
What's his name? Mark Michael Webster. Right. Right.
Have you thought about a nickname?
Not really, no. Have you looked
at his hands?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that because
Do you know they look a little bit like lobsters?
Well, yeah, but it's quite deformed. It's like, you know, we
Can I suggest Lobster Man?
That's terrible, Vicar. That is terrible, Vicar.
Pinchy.
Go on then. We're gonna see. This is what the sort of feature you come up with, Carl.
So, Lobster Man.
There's probably people listening now with, you know, lobster feet.
Right.
Lobster hands.
So,
Squid Boy.
So, Lobster Man, what does Lobster Man do? Does he fight crime?
Not that much.
Okay.
Apparently he got into a bit of trouble. He was in a restaurant, and this was years ago, by the way.
And someone picked him to eat him.
No, so apparently the waiter said, "Oh, you shouldn't be sat here. You should be in my pan," or something.
Oh dear.
And they had a fight, got out of hand.
Yeah.
Got out of claw.
And yeah. So that was.
What do you mean they had a fight? What did
he do?
A waiter took the mickey out of someone with.
No.
Now, can I just make clear? I'm assuming his hands look a bit like those of a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fused, so it's just like two big fingers. They're fused, I assume, probably in the womb, and they're just like, instead of like having 5 digits, they're fused, and But I mean, he can pick stuff up, can't he?
Yeah.
What does he pick up? He mainly eats crabs and jellyfish, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. So he was having a fight with the waiter. He snipped off his nose.
Right, so anyway,
he just held on to the waiter's bib.
Yeah,
and the waiter was screaming, "Go and get him off me."
Yeah.
So anyway,
does he eat other lobsters? Does he think he would eat lobster, or is it kind of? Would he feel bad about eating lobster?
Right.
The little cheek of the freak that we've gone for anyway.
The what?
The little freak of the week.
Yeah.
Cheeky freak of the week. We've gone for this Siamese lad.
Okay.
Right. Happened back in.
You can't have a Siamese lad, can you?
All right. Yeah. This Siamese twins happened back in 1693.
Oh, he's got a date. Blimey, that's the first time ever.
Yeah.
And all it was, he was doing all right for himself. He used to go on like those circus things he used to do.
They're two people you're talking about, Carl. So we're going to him.
All right then. All right. They did this circus show, right?
Yeah.
And everything's going well. They're selling out the tents and stuff. People coming to see them.
Yeah.
He was doing all right for himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, before I said that, did you think a Siamese twin was a man with two heads?
Well, it can be, can't it? It depends.
There's two people. They're conjoined.
No. But it depends, doesn't it? The one that I shown you in that book that time was a fellow with two heads.
No, it wasn't. That was a stupid picture in one of your stupid books that he had a growth that looked a little bit like it had a face on it. It wasn't a man with two heads. You're the same sort of people who send potato chips to restaurants and say, "Doesn't it look like Norman Cook?"
Yeah.
It's not two heads.
We'll bin this feature.
No.
No,
they're two people. They're two people. Conjoined twins. Yeah. Right, so these...
They just happen to have a similar taste in clothes. Okay.
Anyway, so they were doing alright, and it all went wrong when he crossed the road, got run over. The lad with two heads got run over. That's it.
What? How is that Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Just because it got my interest, and I kind of thought, why didn't he just look both ways?
I'm intrigued to know
Why wasn't he looking both ways?
I'm intrigued to know how you get run over. What was it, 1629?
Yeah. Well, it's horses and that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, why wasn't he looking both ways? Karl Pilkington, you are a genius. Do you know what he said to me the other day? This is unbelievable. This is one of the most stupid, incredible things I've ever heard. He was talking, and he suddenly stopped, and he was thinking about it, and he went, oh, I don't know what, he went, you'd never see a black ghost.
Extraordinary.
True though, isn't it?
I've never seen a ghost, full stop.
There are no ghosts. There aren't ghosts.
No, I mean when you just see them in, like, magazines and that.
Play a record!
So, we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant.
Go on.
Dead short story, so, right, old woman, about 70 years old. She's normally fit and healthy and stuff, nothing wrong with her, she's having a good life. And, one day, she goes for a check to the doctors, just to check herself out, 'cause she's getting on a bit. Says, take your clothes off and that. So, she does, and, checks her out, says, yeah, you're looking good, you're looking good. Turn round, he said, oh God. He said, you got a tumour on your buttock. Right? So she goes, oh, what, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we'll book you in for an operation, it's best if we remove this. Books her in for an operation, operation day comes, strip her down and that, they're all stood round, the doctors, start to operate, it only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier, and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Karl.
I can forward you. I'm honest.
Right,
no, listen. Serious.
Right, okay, Karl, I'm telling you now, I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking. I've never had such. You are. Play a record. Play a record.
I couldn't believe it.
What do you mean you can't believe it? Stop the record. Stop the record. Stop the record. Right, okay. Right, what do you mean you couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said I've got to tell
this
Ricky
woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years. You mental case. Of course she didn't.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right, there's this monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was number 6 or number 7 or something, right? In this lab, right? Yeah. And, anyway, it's in there, with, like, you know, the rabbits and little mice and stuff like that. And,
the rabbit smoking?
The nurse, right? The nurse, not the nurse, the woman who works in the lab, what would you call her? Is that a nurse?
Depends. What turns out her job was. If she was a lab assistant, you call her a lab assistant.
All right.
I mean, they probably call her by a name.
Alright, lab assistant, right?
Kirsty.
So she's...
I think it's probably Kirsty.
Right,
Kirsty Morris.
Well, she's in there, right?
Yeah.
And she don't work with many people and that. She's mainly on her own with, you know, just putting lipstick on rabbits and stuff like that, right?
Chimpanzee.
So,
chimpanzee. He's putting on lipstick, chimpanzee, because he's got hairy legs.
He gets pally, right, with this woman.
Yeah.
Because
You know, it gets to a point when she sees him every day.
The way he sort of tries to string out like it's a narrative love story. Did the chimp put its hand out and grabbed her, and then you thinking that he made a move on her?
So he's allowed out. He's allowed out.
It's not a story, is it?
He's allowed out the cage and what have you every day. So he's wandering about, and as time goes on, he's watching what she's doing more and more. Right. So he notices like the code on the door. Right. Whatever, 247 or whatever, and he goes, right, I've clocked that, I've got that, I'll remember that, right? And then he goes, right, there's a lot of lipstick and that knocking about, a lot of makeup.
Right, okay. No, there's no way. No! Because, Steve, you know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen.
So he's there.
It's ridiculous.
And he's going, well, if it's there, you know what I mean? So while she's messing about with the rabbit, he gets there, he's in front of the mirror, putting a little bit of lippy on. Right?
I can't! It's gone too far! No, it's gone too far, Steve!
Right, your mic's off, Rick. He's finishing the story.
So
turn mine off as well.
It's gone too far!
Turn him off. Just let him finish.
Right, so the thing is, right, is this monkey wandering about. It's got lipstick, it's got mascara on, it's looking pretty good.
I didn't mention the mascara!
It's looking alright, right? So it knows the code on the door, 247, right? So, when she's sort of messing about with the rabbit, right, he goes, right, here's my chance. It's looking good. 247, out the door, through the reception man's there. He's like, alright, Kirsty, right?
Don't talk shit!
Right. I'm assuming there's some questions there, Carl.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
If you're a new listener, the way it works, I give you a cryptic clue and some initials, and it sort of makes up a band. Makes more sense when you hear it, I reckon.
Not particularly. Well, not really. Although people do get it. I just worry about the state of our listeners. Go on.
Right, so there's 3 of them. You email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
It's email only. I repeat, it is email only.
We are too lazy to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go then. Number 1. There's normally 2 easy ones and a difficult one.
Sure.
So here we go. Number 1. Don't argue with him. He ain't going to change his mind.
Don't argue with him. He ain't going to change his mind.
Yeah, that's AA.
AA.
That's, yeah. So that's the first one.
He's not going to change his mind. What do you mean, You've got them written out, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what the answer is, so they didn't write the answer down.
Oh, don't worry, they get it. Yeah, don't worry.
What do you, well, you can't remember it? You came up with it. There's only 3.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not weird. It's incompetent.
Right, the second one, anyway. I hope you get this.
I hope you get this. Email in and tell us the answer.
This is a shambles, isn't it?
Hang on a minute.
Keep going.
Go on.
He always gets what he wants and doesn't worry about anyone else. P.
And you don't know
You don't know that is?
I'm sure it'll come to me once I see it on email.
What do you mean? Once they get it, you'll agree with them?
I'll know if it's the one I had down as the answer.
This is brilliant.
Come
Imagine Jeremy Paxman doing that, going,
yeah, University Times.
Is that right? Go on.
Right, so that's that one.
Give us that one again.
He always gets what he wants and doesn't worry about anyone else. P.
But you're confused. I don't understand how you can be confused.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the final one?
The third one, I'll have to put that woman in the oven. And that's AB.
Alright, quickly give us them again.
Right, so the first one, don't argue with him, he ain't going to change his mind. That's AA. He always gets what he wants and doesn't worry about anyone else. That's P. And I'll have to put that woman in the oven. AB.
Alright.
Okay.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I'm going to play a classic track now by Neil Young, Alabama. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Neil Young, Alabama. Carl is still confused. He's waiting. He's biting his fingers, waiting for an email to tell him the answer to the clue he made up but can't get. I love that as an experiment. As a I mean, that would confuse psychologists, that you come up with something that you can't get. It's brilliant.
Yeah, you came up with the question, you don't know the answer.
And you expect them to, but you can't, and you made it up. Look at your face, like play some adverts. But XFM are bringing new listeners all the time. I've heard 4 or 5 a week.
Really?
Yeah. New listeners tune in to XFM 104.9.
Radio 1, beware.
Yeah, yeah. And, we might take it for granted the people that know who we are, know who you are, know who Carl is.
Sure.
Now,
listeners, certainly.
if you know, if you're a regular, then you know exactly who we are. But for those of you who don't, I'm Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, a BAFTA award-winning actor and, and writer.
Steve Merchant, all those.
A friend of yours.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the important thing. Karl Pilkington.
Absolutely.
Our producer. I say producer, he was the bloke who was lumbered with a job. When I said, listen, I used to run the desk in the old days when I was like, I used to press the buttons and run the desk and everything. And now I said, listen, I've been on the telly. I do not press my own buttons. And Karl said, well, I don't really work weekends. And they went, well, you do if you want to keep your job.
Absolutely.
And we were lumbered with him. And then we discovered that he's not just a little dork, a little manky sort of idiot.
Sure,
He's got nice shirt. He's got, you know what I mean? He's got something else.
Absolutely.
He's got a certain,
brings another dimension, yeah.
Yeah, and he started having a little chat, and we discovered that he had quite a lot to say.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, and I think I was wondering maybe we should maybe play another tune, but after that, I just think we should re-familiarise our radio audience with Karl, and any new listeners, just somehow kind of let them get to know the real Karl again.
Well, if you are new, you'll find that we like some old songs, some new songs, some chit-chat. We get serious sometimes, there's some tears and some laughter.
Yeah.
We kicked off with Oasis' new one, Little by Little. We're going to go back in time now to Iggy Pop and his Stooges with I'm Bored. Iggy Pop on board on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Steve Merchant here as well.
Yeah, little Karl Pilkington. Well, to reintroduce or introduce people for the first time to Karl, I think we should have a...
Yeah, maybe sort of a kind of a quick Q&A, Karl, and we don't need sort of lengthy answers from you. We don't need lots of detail. You know, it can be just a couple of sentences.
Just to get a flavour of who you are.
Yeah, so firstly, name obviously Karl Pilkington. Age, Karl?
I'll be 30 next month.
Really?
This month? No, next. Where are we?
I don't think we need to ask any more questions.
We've done it.
That's it.
I think we've
Welcome
done it
to the world of Karl Pilkington.
I think that, I thought it would take 3 or 4
I
questions
thought it was going to be at least,
to really explain
that was the
Karl
first question. Absolutely
God.
But,
You know, like the monkeys peeling potatoes.
Right. That's never happened. They go and put nuts in the salt water to salt the nut.
Whatever.
How does that get to peeling potatoes? Because in your head, they were working in a canteen.
Making chips.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It doesn't matter what the food is. I'm just saying how they know how to sort of prepare
I
that
love
food.
the fact that you don't care what the fact is. When you're discussing facts, that's all that matters. Otherwise, on Mastermind, they just go, who wrote Much Ado About Nothing? Dickens? Yeah, close enough, whatever, someone did. The fact is what matters.
Yeah, but with that question, that's got a straightforward answer. What I'm telling you is the way that animals work. If it's a potato or a nut, it's a foodage.
And once again, I return you to my question as before. What's your point? What point were you making?
Go on.
A homeless person called me a dickhead.
How did he know? Do you know him? Is that why?
He's he's like the local big issue fella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows me, he sees me walking up and down the street.
Oh, that's how he knew you.
Right. So, so normally I have a bit of a chat with him and that. And I walk past him. And, you know, I can be a little bit cheeky with him, because I've been cheeky with him in the past, with stuff.
You pinched his arse?
No, just, you know, saying stuff like, God, you're always there, I mean, you got home to go to, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
no,
just breaking the ice, Go on.
But he knows, and he'd laughed at that, right, last time, so I thought I can be a bit cheeky, right? So he goes, do you want a big issue? I said, no. He said, come on, I've got loads of them, right? So I sort of said, when I was a kid, and I used to do a free paper around the free papers one, I said, just put them in the bin and go home, right? And he went, yeah, but how am I going to get any money doing that, you dickhead?
Oh, chimpanzee, that is only gone and written it down, the little...
That's the jingle for Karl's diary, excerpts of which we read each week. Get straight into it. A band from the Conga have won the Best Newcomers in a Radio 3 competition. They use pots and pans for instruments. It says that the Conga is a poor, sad place. So why do people do that happy dance at the end of parties called the Conga?
Right, one is the Congo. There's no place called the Conga. They come from a place called the Congo. Where do you come from? Okie dokie. It's a terrible place. That we don't know whether to put our left leg in or our right leg in. Sometimes we shake it all about.
We're not sure if we should.
But Conga!
Right, so I did some research.
Right. Let's just recap again. There was a guy you read about who had his head chopped off. He was guillotined.
Yeah.
He had said to the people around him, I am going to blink once I've had my head cut off to
so
show
the brain
that life,
can still...
or the brain can continue to work after death. Okay, so yeah, we queried that.
So you weren't having any of it?
Well, no, possibly for a few seconds, till the oxygen stops being fed to the cells because the blood has drained away. But, you know, nothing spectacular. So
right,
go on.
well, along the similar sort of lines, right, this is quite a few years ago. This fella sort of upset the royal family doing something, right? So they said that this isn't good.
Wasn't Ben Outland at that Jubilee thing, was it?
I can't remember what it was, and they said, right,
that was terrible.
We're gonna cut your head off. You know, you gotta show people that you can't be doing what you've been doing.
What was this, the 1970s? When you say a couple of years ago, you mean maybe sort of...
Was it the olden days when the phones weren't very good?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Ages ago, sure.
So, so yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So...
Very philosophical.
Yeah, imagine that, when you was near school. This was literally ages ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Simon Sharma's History of Britain.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and even before that, which is yonks before, when it was all mental and different. Sorry, Carl, go on.
So he's having his head cut off, and he's resigned to it.
It's a day before, he's kind of got it into his head now that I'm not gonna have my head, much longer.
Sure.
So he said, let's make use of this.
Yeah.
He said, I wonder how long, like, the body can stay alive without my head on it, right? So they were like, oh, I don't know. So,
who were?
So...
The jailers?
Whoever he was asking.
These jailers with one eye.
Yeah.
Get that punk.
So he said,
no, wait a minute, I've got an interesting scientific experiment, jailer. Well, fair enough.
What is it?
So, he said, what I want to do, right, he said, you know, surely it's my last right. You know, I'm gonna be dead tomorrow.
Sure.
So, let's do a test.
He didn't draw it out this long, did he?
Yeah, he said, let's test this out, you know. He said, do us a favour. He said, you know, it's my last day. What I want you to do is, you're gonna cut my head off. Let's put a white line on the floor.
Right.
And see if, you know, because there's no point asking how far he can sort of walk without an head if there isn't a line, because you don't know what to count. Do you know what I mean? If it's just, if he loses his head and he's running around all over the place, you can't really count
That's
that.
not impressive enough, yeah.
So they said, let's make a white line.
Sure.
Yeah. Who said this? He did or they did?
I think they started to join in with him and saying, well, let's make this a...
Sure. You guess it, go on.
So,
they got Norris McWhirter down. The Guinness people.
Oh. Yeah.
So they said, let's get this white line.
Yeah.
And,
dedication's all he needs.
We'll do this tomorrow. And he said, alright, I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
So we go,
I'll see you in the morning. Night night, sleep tight. Bye bye.
I love the fact that Carl knows exactly what was said. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, he doesn't know the story or what order it is in or when
but
it
he
was.
knows exactly what
or
was
who
said.
said what, but he knows the introduction. Alright then, see you in the morning. Bye, little kissy kissy kissy. Oh, I'm not like that. Oh, you joker.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah, anyway.
so he gets up.
Do you want a paper tomorrow? No, I'm alright. Go on.
He gets up and they say, right, you know, today's the day and that. And he said, well, you know, I've got used to the idea. So here's a white line for you.
Got used to the idea.
Go on.
So they go, right, you ready then? And he said, I go on. And they cut his head off. And the body walked 32 steps without a head.
Wow.
32 steps.
Incredible.
And that's the lesson, really.
Did it get as far as it walked along the white line, did it?
Yeah, it stayed along the white line, did 32 steps, and then started to stumble a bit, and it just fell over.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a test that your body can still keep alive for a little bit.
Yeah.
When you've lost your head.
Absolute twaddle. Absolute twaddle.
What do you reckon you can do then without an head? How many steps?
Nothing.
There'd be muscular spasm, right?
Yeah. It would twitch a bit.
It would, yeah. You could not distinctly take 32 steps. The body... Well, don't...
Yeah.
Is the doctor still on the line?
Yeah.
The fella that bought 6 parrots.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could have got 32 steps.
Right, so
A
you don't
beheaded
believe
man
that.
doing a bit of line dancing.
Right, you don't believe that, but something that you do believe that a cockroach can live a week without an head.
It can. Slightly different kettle of fish there.
Why?
Wow, insect to human is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that difference.
There's not that much difference in
Well, of
some
course there
insects. Do you know that a snake has a heart and lungs and kidneys and stuff?
Go on.
No, well, I'm just saying.
So?
You're making out as if, like, they're a totally different, like...
Species. I am making that up. I mean, call me
Rick,
old-fashioned.
Do you know what you're talking about, mate? I don't want you embarrassing yourself, Rick.
Yeah, I am suggesting they're totally different beings, yeah, that is, yeah.
I don't know if you saw the thing the other week about the fella who's on that quiz show.
Who?
Sort of...
Oh, right, okay.
Gay fella, straight, sort of man-woman.
What are you talking about? Tell me what did you see? Tell me what you saw.
It's
this is like a kid come running in, and he's seeing something frightening. It could be an alien, could be a ghost, could be a paedophile, and you've got to get exactly what actually saw out of him. Right, what did you actually see?
It's just this fella who's a woman.
Right. Right, okay, right, try and talk like a human being. Right.
It's a quiz show that's coming on the telly. And, it's this woman.
Right, is it a fella who's a woman, or is it a woman?
Bit of both, that's why I'm talking about it.
But what do you mean? Is it a pre-op? Is it a transsexual, a transvestite? Is it a ladyboy? Is it an hermaphrodite? What is
I'll tell
it?
you about it.
Well, tell me.
I'm telling you. It's a woman. Well, it's a man.
Oh,
No,
forget
listen,
it.
listen.
Play record.
No, listen.
Come on. What?
It is a man. He is a man. Well...
Oh, Christ's sake!
It's a TV programme where they've got this...
Transvestite or television?
It is a transvestite, yeah.
So
but the problem is... I'll tell you, just because you don't know about it, the programme is...
I don't know, I still don't know about it. I don't know anything about it, still. I don't know. It's a woman, man, woman, TV programme, look, TV.
No, it's a man who is now sort of half a woman. And...
A man who is now half a woman!
No, well, this is what's weird about it. He's got the top half, but not the bottom half.
What do you mean? He's got breasts and a wig, but he's still got his boys downstairs.
Why do you do that?
His caps and the boys are still there in his Y fronts,
Why
but
is that?
upstairs he's got a lovely pair of dumplings.
Why do that?
Well, he's halfway through.
But why not get it all done in one go?
Maybe he couldn't afford it.
Well, wait until you've got all the money. That just looks a mess. And who's he pleasing there?
Well, he wakes up in the morning and pleases himself. He can't believe his luck. He doesn't know where to start.
No, but what I don't understand, I mean, you know, I don't want to see him...
Well, can I just
see him
finish that
ignorant.
sentence? What you don't understand is just about everything.
Yeah.
Right, what...
I find it weird, right? I sort of get... I understand the gay thing, right? But...
Do you? What do you mean?
Well, you know, I know...
Well, tell me the gay thing. Explain the gay thing.
I just know if you're a fella, you like men. I don't know much more than that.
What do you mean you don't know?
But what I mean is, with a transvestite, what's going on there? What do they want?
Now, transvestite is a cross-dresser.
See, I don't get that either. Because...
You mean a transsexual?
That's a man who likes to dress in women's clothing. It's not necessarily... They're not necessarily gay.
They're not gay. They're often
anything.
not gay.
They just happen to like wearing women's
clothes, right, yeah.
But then why not wear women's clothes that could be seen as a bloke, like Suzanne wears jeans?
No, but they... Yeah,
just
but that's
buy
the
women's
thing.
jeans.
But that's their problem, is it? They like being seen as a woman. They like being seen as a woman. It's not just that it's more comfortable or they'd wear a kilt. They like being seen as a woman. They feel more comfortable.
Alright, and what's the deal with this fella who's got...
We don't know who this fella is.
No. We don't know this man who's half a woman.
He's called Miriam.
Oh, that's hot.
yeah, brilliant. I love this scientific basis.
No,
So all he's done, he's had the tits done, he's probably had the hormones, probably lived as a woman for a while. The last step, because you can probably reverse the breasts anyway, because they're probably implants and hormonal things, and whereas you chop your knob and boys off, that's, you come back the next day and go, sorry, I didn't mean that, I wanted my ears pierced. It's a bit more of a bigger operation to put them back. So doctors are probably making sure that he's just up to...
Surely if you've had the top half done, you're not going to go back on what you've said.
But no, what's the top half being done? I could get you breast implants, give you a bit of hormonal treatment.
Now that would be a great idea for next week.
and you could reverse it. What you can't do is grow a knob back.
Well, you can. Last week we were talking about growing one on your arm.
Yeah.
We've done that.
So that is possible. But the thing is, the truth of it is, I think I do know about this story. I think it was a television programme called There's Something About Miriam. The conceit of which was that this pre-op transsexual...
So I guessed that right, yeah.
Was masquerading as a woman.
Right.
And various blokes who didn't realise that this was a man, had to
I've heard
try
about
and
this.
seduce her. And when they found out that it was actually a bloke, and a lot of them had kissed
I agree.
her, they refused to let it be shown.
I
and there was a big
agree. I agree,
outrage
though.
and so on.
That's just terrible.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it's
deceit.
absurd.
But I mean, you know, that's awful. Yeah, I heard it. I hated that.
Yeah.
Do you know Anne Frank?
That's all I know about Anne is there's no point pretending it.
Anne!
That I know stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, tell us everything you know about Anne Frank.
She was in a cupboard.
Yeah, what else?
If she didn't do that, I wouldn't know about her, seriously. That's all I know about her.
Yeah.
So what did she do?
But how do you think we know about her cupboard because of her book, don't we?
But hang on, what in the bigger scheme of things, why was she in a cupboard?
I don't know.
Right.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know anything else about Anne Frank beyond the fact that, to quote you, she was in a cupboard.
Well, what's she done then? You tell me, why should I know more about her?
Firstly, I don't think she was in a cupboard.
She wasn't in a cupboard. She was in an attic.
Alright.
Yeah.
So what was she doing?
She was hiding from the Nazis. She was hiding from the Nazis.
But isn't that the first place they'd look? Sort of work from the top down.
Oh, they weren't specifically looking for Anne Frank.
They weren't going, where is she?
Where's Frank?
If she gets that book out, we are in a deep shit. We've got to stop the book. Is that the answer?
Yeah, just cavemen in front of dinosaurs and that. They sort of went, oh. And then...
Well, it wasn't cavemen in front of dinosaurs, was it? Because cavemen weren't alive when dinosaurs were alive.
There was a couple knocking about.
Right, okay, fair enough.
There was a crossover point, surely.
Not dinosaurs like
15 million. Was the probably the Ice Age. There were still big reptiles.
I think it's fairly common knowledge that the dinosaurs did not exist.
Well, who gave the dinosaurs a name?
Well, no. Well, no.
Who gave the dinosaurs the names?
It's weird though. The other week, I just sat in the garden, slavering, just to see if it would ever run out, and it's amazing. I don't know where it all comes from.
What is the strangest?
Extraordinary.
That's amazing.
Just to see if it would run out.
So now he's got to the point in his life where, as a hobby or a pastime, or just to count down the minutes before he dies, he sat in the garden
creating sputum,
slavering to see if he'd ever run out. I mean, that's amazing.
Where's it all come from?
Well, you create it, don't you?
But from what? I'm always getting done for not drinking enough water.
Salivary glands.
But it's amazing. Honestly, I just sat like that with my head forward and just let it drip.
Wow.
Me!
So Suzanne comes into the garden
like
and all
an
she sees is her
patient.
boyfriend sat like something from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, like someone had
dribbling.
been battered around the head with a cricket bat.
No, she was reading something.
Did you answer
she was
back
sat
to
there.
a dictator? Yeah. What did he do? Battered me.
But
You got a trench up your arse as well. Yeah, that makes me slather.
No, just sat there.
What a fucking
That's
mom.
extraordinary.
What a div you are.
And I just had my head there, and it continuously... I think I got bored of it before it stopped.
Oh, God! I have never heard anything like this! Oh, God, I need a second opinion.
Wanker.
It's unbelievable! He just sat there with his head down, slavering, letting it just...
That's extraordinary.
You weren't even sort of like gobbing, you were just,
No, just letting it sort of drop.
So
You've got nothing else going on in your life, but you've got time to do this.
So your brain wasn't even engaged.
How long were you there for?
I tell you what, no joking, probably a good 15 minutes.
15 minutes of sitting with his head forward,
Amazing.
letting him salivate onto the grass.
But do you reckon you could do that amount?
I would
Well,
never
we
do
never
it.
try.
Never
We'd
do
never
it.
try.
I'd
Never
never
try.
have that amount of time.
I tell you now, you will never see either of us sat there for no reason in the garden with our head forward and our mouth open, seeing how long we can create saliva.
Unless I've just come out of a coma.
Yeah, or a gas attack.
Yeah.
Right, I was on a... I don't know if this is alright to talk about. I mean, it happened, so, you know, not worried
It's
about
alright to talk about. Everything's alright to talk about.
But I was on the train, right, coming from Manchester back to London, right?
Yeah.
And got on it was like a Friday night, and it was heaving, you know, like the last train is and all that. And absolutely chocker. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the carriages, thinking, oh, is he in his seats anyway? Anyway, everyone's like, it's heaving, right? It's people stood up in the doorways, you can't get in the toilet and all that. There's not going to be any chair knocking about. So walking through, and anyway, I see this one empty chair sort of in front of me, right? I think, oh, why ain't anyone sat there, right? I'll just rush to that, get to that, I'll get myself a seat, plonk myself down, right? And sort of turn round, you know, see who I'm facing, you know, see who you're sort of having a chat with. Little fella there, right? Little, well, Down syndrome kid.
Right.
Sat there. And, he goes, alright? And I thought, oh, right. Not bad, but do you know what I mean? They're always talking, aren't they? They ask a lot of questions. Right, so I was like, oh, here we go, 2.5 hours. And I couldn't get up because the thing is, that's obvious.
Sure.
Right? So that's like mean. I never want to be mean, do you know what I mean? No. At the end of the day. So anyway, so I think, I know, I'll go to sleep.
Clever.
Right, so I shut my eyes, and he leaves me alone and that. So then, my phone goes, and I think, right, what do I do? Do I ignore it? Or do I open my eyes and see what it is? Anyway, I open my eyes, it's Ricky calling about something. About nothing, probably, actually, thinking about it. It wasn't even worth answering, right? So anyway, but I'm awake then, aren't I? So he's like, hello? And I'm like, alright, mate. And he says, you're muscly.
You're right. Oh, God!
And
Right,
I said, yeah. And he goes, you know, why? So I said, no, just am. It's, again, stressing me out, because I'm thinking, why am I muscly? I don't go to the gym. And, you know, I mean, I'm not muscly, I'm in good shape and that.
Well.
So then, he wants an arm wrestle. On a crammed train from Manchester, so I've got another hour and a half of this.
Oh, when you talk back, he'd soon have got up and left. If you'd have started asking him questions, he'd have got up and left with the drivel you come out with.
So anyway, do you know when you're under pressure, you're thinking, well, he's said that I'm muscly, right, so do I do it or not? What, and there's people watching, you know, not joining in, not sort of having a laugh and that with me, just like watching but pretending they're not.
Oh,
and I'm
God.
at one of those table seats, so and he kept saying, come on, I want to arm wrestle. So, and he was getting loud, and I thought, oh, I best just have an arm wrestle.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I best just have an arm wrestle. What do you mean?
Get it over and done with. I had to. If he's going to keep asking, I had another hour and a half on the train.
Oh, God.
So anyway.
Oh, my God. I'm thinking who won.
Well, I'm thinking, were people putting bets on? How was it working?
It was stopped, and just as well, really.
What do you mean it was stopped?
Was it game?
No. He was winning. I was struggling a bit, right? Yeah. And he was really like, you know, taking my arm down, and then he sort of let go and started laughing. And I thought, thank God he let go, because I would have made, you know what I mean? If I lost that, everyone's in the train looking, and all the rest of it.
It's suddenly serious to him. He's got to win this.
Anyway,
Pilkington.
But then he just, then we were chatting about favourite food and that. He liked sausages. And I said, you know, he said, do you like sausages? I said, yeah, they're alright. I like a bit of Chinese and that as well. And he was saying, oh, I can't have Chinese. Not allowed Chinese.
Why?
Dunno, he just said, just not allowed to have it.
Right.
But yeah, I had a good long chat about stuff and that, but...
So you enjoyed it in the end?
In the end, it was alright, yeah. It's just...
What do you... okay.
No, but it's that thing, innit? It's whenever you're faced with something different, it's always awkward, isn't it? And that's the thing.
You're talking about him now, are you?
And I think I did alright, because everyone else was ignoring him. But I probably made his day pretty good.
Yeah.
Came up with a good idea.
We'll be the judge of that.
Well, I'll do it now. It's not a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sticking my neck out here. I think this isn't going to be a good idea.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to second that motion.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're both right.
See-through skin.
High five, Rick.
But it doesn't sound like the great place to live, right? Could they not move? Could one of them go, do you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm moving or whatever, and go to a proper city. How far away is this, these Papa people, to the next...
They're like the Smurfs. They're very like the Smurfs.
But how many miles away from a place with a normal life going on?
But think about this, Carl. Firstly, they don't speak the language.
So they don't have any practical skills. They've got no experience of civilization. So even if they chose to go and live in one of these cities, what can they do? How can they function? They'll spend, 15 years just trying to figure out what, how everything works.
Mind you, I have had the same thought about Inuits.
Right.
If you live in a house made of ice and eat fish all day, and then just stay in for 6 months, move. I really do. I mean, I don't understand why they're living there.
I think there's some bacteria that has better lives than that.
That's got to be offensive.
Why?
Okay, how about this is one of the weirdest things. This is one of the weirdest things, right?
Sorry! An entire race
just
of people.
dismiss.
No,
just dismiss.
I'm not having a go, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't fancy it, is what I mean.
Monkey news.
Right. There's this monkey, right?
Yeah.
And it had been, do you know you hear about monkeys being badly treated and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So, anyway, it goes into this home. It's 14, this monkey. It's called, Matty, right? Goes into this home where it's looked after.
What do you mean, home?
Just like, just a little monkey home, right?
Okay, so zoo?
Yeah, kind of, yeah, but they haven't got any other monkeys there, right?
What have they got there?
They've got just other animals and that, but not that many monkeys. But anyway, because he's there on his own, again,
When you say monkey, do you mean a chimpanzee, by the way? Because you usually do.
Yeah.
I can't believe that journalist thought this was scripted.
Amazing.
So anyway, yeah. So it gets sort of pally with the people working there and that, and it's smoking fags. It's having a drink at night and all this, right?
What do you mean it's having a drink at night? How?
It's all here. It's all here, Steve. I mean, we haven't really got time, but
well, don't say it's all here like it's proof. You've got another stupid story that someone has put onto the internet. Someone sitting at home in their bedroom has put onto the internet.
So it's having a fag. It's drinking a lovely glass of Bang Rock Station.
Yeah, the wine that's perfect for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's loving life. It's forgetting about its past and everything, right? When this other monkey comes along.
Oh
no.
Trouble's brewing.
Go on.
Right? That comes in. Something's said. Right, forget it then. Forget it.
Karl, the human body is one of the things that you're actually genuinely fascinated in. This is one of the things that you admit is quite amazing. And I think we all agree with that. Here's some quite incredible stats and facts about the human body. What do you think of this? 50,000 of the cells in your body will die and be replaced with new cells, all while you're listening to this sentence.
Go on.
Well, that's it.
What's the sentence?
That was the sentence.
What was the sentence again?
Well, it doesn't matter. The sentence doesn't matter. 50,000 just dying and being replaced in that time.
But what are they doing?
Different cells do different things. Some are taste buds. Some carry hemoglobin and oxygen to other cells.
Yeah.
Some are skin. Some are liver.
I've heard about skin. I've heard about skin, sort of.
What? What you heard? Little rumour about skin. You heard about skin? What?
It's just it
keeps
just,
all your stuff from falling on the fucking floor.
Well, it's the thing that makes you what you are as well, isn't it? More than anything.
Why?
Well, without the skin, you're just a skeleton. You look all the same.
No, you're not just a skeleton. No.
Other than your lungs and your heart and your kidneys and stuff. What I'm saying is,
I
went to
all the flesh on top and all the blood vessels. And
I
all
went to that bodies exhibition.
Yeah.
This is it. He knows all about the human body and science because he went to the bodies exhibition.
Do you know where the German fella cuts bodies up?
Yes.
Now, he had a load of people on show. Could have all been the same family. Because everyone, without the skin on their head, looks the same. Other than height, everybody looks exactly the same.
And that's why racism is so stupid.
Well, it's a good point. Good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's saying that, though, I did think most of them were Chinese.
These are milestones in human evolution. The opposable, the forward-facing eyes, the upright. These are massive things in taking us out of the animal kingdom.
And one day, Karl, you'll walk upright.
But what do you mean about eyes facing forward? You mean before we got here, there was people whose eyes were looking in their head? I don't understand. Is that what you mean?
No, because when we got sort of binocular vision.
Not really, Karl.
Go on.
Right, you get a giant ice cube, the size of the Empire State Building, stick it in the water. It's going to make it's going to stick back on again, isn't it?
Well,
Finish
no,
the stick back
only
on
if it
again.
freezes up again.
Yeah, well, it will freeze up. The
Well, it
water's going
won't,
to get cold again because you've just put a giant ice cube in the water.
So when you put an ice cube in a drink, the drink doesn't freeze, does it?
No,
the
because
ice
it's not.
melts.
If you put one the size of an Empire State Building in your glass of Jack Daniels, it's going to make it freezing.
It's not going in a glass of Jack Daniels, it's going in the ocean.
I know, but you see, I'm using my fables. Imagine a world.
Use your brain instead.
He said, what you've got to do when you go to sleep, focus on your toe, right?
Okay.
He said, and just think about nothing else. I said,
He's a witch. Did he tell you to put a toad under the bed?
no, he just said, focus on the toe and see how you go on and what have you. Next time you come in, let me know. Anyway, I gave this a go, focusing on the toe.
So what does this mean? You mean you sat in bed staring at your toes?
No, this is it. He said, like, lie down, shut your eyes, and sort of look at it, sort of thing. So I was lying there, and it just wasn't working because...
Oh, Carl, this isn't medicine.
Because I was...
You were thinking of a finger?
Well, no,
He found out he was thinking of someone else's toe. Next day someone called up and said, Carl, my toe's better.
No, the problem was I was still using my eyes even though I had them shut.
Oh God! Just when I think he could never come up with something stupid, he pulls that one out of the bag.
Right. So what does that mean?
Oh God! When are the exams? June?
Something like that, yeah.
We're trying to register next week, and I reckon you can get an A or B.
I'm busy.
In history. No, don't worry about it. It's just easy. You get your Brody's notes. If Heat magazine, they love you, Carl. They could probably sort something out. They could probably pay for a tutor. They got a lot of money. They sell a lot of magazines.
I mean, it is always, almost always, and you found that out, I discovered this, it's always the Tudors and Stuarts. There's no fear for them not coming up. Now, what do you already know about them? You must already know stuff about Henry VIII and Elizabeth.
No, because it's too long ago to even get interested in. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
Is that why you
relate
didn't?
to it.
Okay.
The Anderson thing, it was like, God, you know, I bet my mum and dad were in an Anderson shelter. You know, this is interesting.
What, when they...
Oh, my granddad would have, like, had something to do with this. But the Tudors, it's like, I don't know even if they had a family back then.
Play a record!
Since, obviously, the days of Nostradamus, there's been many people who've tried to foresee the future.
Carl, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but there's endless, predictions. Apparently there are other planets that may collide with ours. You know, there's some scientific basis on this. But if you knew with certainty that today was the end of the world, how would you spend that final day? So, for instance, I've always wanted to smash up a bar. Do you know what I mean? It's strange, but I've always wanted the exhilaration of just smashing all those bottles, like you see in a film.
But would you enjoy it as much, knowing that you're going to die in 8 hours?
I don't know, I suppose it's the sense of abandon, you know? I mean, maybe I'd murder a person. You know,
Wow.
just see, you know, I don't know, but I think I'd probably go mental.
Because
I've always been a very reserved person, you know, I've never got into a fight, never caused a rumpus.
Yeah, but that's a worrying thought, because we don't have to have the end of the world for it to be the end of your world, because a lot of people know that they're terminally ill, so they don't go around smashing up bars and killing people.
But I suppose I know there'll be no repercussions ultimately, because the next day everyone's gone, so there's not going to be mourning families.
But then how dare you deprive that person of his last 8 hours or 10 hours of life?
I don't care, because it's the last day on Earth.
What would you do?
I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse.
Why did you sleep last night?
I haven't slept well since I was about 12. Do you sleep well, Steve?
Oh, wait, you can't let that go! I haven't slept well since I was 12. What do you mean?
Do you know, like, a proper... I used to love going to bed as like a kid.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, oh, am I going to sleep tonight? And I sort of wake up about 4 times. Right. Whereas when you're a kid, I remember really loving, like, going to bed. There was one time where I actually laughed myself to sleep because I couldn't believe me luck.
What's wrong with him? What do you mean you laughed yourself?
Have you ever had it when you're really tired and you get in bed and the pillows feel
it's all cold, yeah.
And it's like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
And it happened twice. Once when I just went to bed and I was really looking forward to it, and also when I helped my dad out once, like through the night. He worked at this paper company, right? And I helped him out, and I got in at about 4 in the morning with him. Got in bed, and I just was like, I was laughing my head off. I had to put the pillow over my head because I couldn't believe me look. Like I was like, oh, this is great. This. I'm going to sleep.
I just have to say, life up north is so extraordinary.
No, but you must be the easiest kid in the world to please. No wonder she knew she could just go get a cake. It's sort of like, what was he expecting me to say? He were expecting an extra hour in bed, but we got him cake as well.
Go to bed without any supper. Brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah. Your own bed. How long was it before you got your own? What did you used to do before? Just some straw in the corner?
No, it's just that thing of when you're really tired and...
And do you ever do this with Suzanne, though? Do you ever laugh yourself to sleep with her?
No, that's what I mean.
She can't sleep because you're chuckling away.
I don't know what's up with me. I've got a lot going on.
Hang on. Here's something I've learned, remember?
Go on.
Back to, like, show 4 or whatever.
Go on.
What is it?
4?
The flea can jump over the London Eye?
No! No, it can jump the equivalent of if it was a 6-foot man. It can jump about 6 inches high. A flea cannot jump over the London Eye.
Yes, it can. Yeah, it can.
And
tell your kids that.
Carl. Oh,
remember?
Oh, a flea can jump over the London Eye. And an ant can lift 3 Volvos.
Well, let me just tell you the name first. Adam Clifton. Oh. Go on, what are your thoughts on Clifton?
He was one of them kids. He was all right, but he had that thing when if you didn't have enough milk, he had like wrinkly hands and white bits in his nails.
Oh,
because you didn't have enough milk.
Yeah.
So therefore, you didn't like him because you didn't get enough milk.
This is not to be confused with the 2 people with the big heads and the webbed feet, is it?
Webbed hands.
Well, this wasn't.
I don't know, they weren't related. They must have been somewhere along the evolutionary sort of trail. Do you know what I mean? They must have come from the same sort of stock.
But you wouldn't have liked him. He's just one of them people. He was all right, but
before you say any more, on Friends United, you can leave a little message which explains what you've been doing and what your life's like now. And most people leave maybe 2 paragraphs.
Right.
Adam, I've printed it off. He seems to have printed. I think there's about 6 pages here of stuff. He keeps updating it, and he just basically lists his memories about everyone. Okay, at the school and what he thinks of everyone. And he says, I often see Simon, he's doing all right for himself, self-employed illustrator, Mark Cooper, Karl Pilkington.
Right.
And your name comes up. Now, I don't know if you've told us this story. I think you may have done, but I can't remember the facts about it. It just says, Karl Pilkington, with his pet bird. Was it a magpie? I can't remember. He brought it to school to show everyone, and it flew away.
Oh, God! Oh, no, they do that, don't they? You show them
what was the story there,
You give them seed and they just leave. What do you mean?
Well,
this sounds like Kez.
Well, that's it. I was a big fan of Kez. And it was the time our dog had just died.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any pets, and the cats were always getting run over.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want any more pets.
Yeah.
But there was a magpie that used to fly about on the estate, and I managed to sort of tame it. And in the end,
with a chair and a whip. What do you mean you tamed it?
Well, just used to sort of hang around it and talk.
But how did you get hold of it? Did you catch it?
Well, eventually, yeah, it used to just come to me, and the annoying thing was, it got to a point when I wish I hadn't bothered, because it used to pop me bike tyres. It used to sit on like, if I was talking to my mates and I was on my grifter.
I love how he just throws things in.
It's like an Alan Bennett play.
It landed on my tyre, and it used to peck at the tyre and pop it, and then it used to then never go away, so it was always like around the house, and my dad said never bring it in. So he used to sit on the porch, and I used to go out, and it used to fly down and land on my head, and it really hurt. It used to like peck and stuff.
He thought it was a tyre.
So it wasn't so much tamed as a stalker.
Oh, God!
So you took it to school and it flew away?
Yeah.
So did you take it in proudly going, look at my magpie? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think it got a bit confused in the area that it was in, because I used to just keep it sort of around our estate, but the school was a bit of a distance away.
How did you get it there?
Carrying it on my finger.
Did you walk?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was happy there, and then it got to...
But it used to be one of those things that people would stop me in the street and sort of go, oh, what's that? And
I don't suppose
Maggie, called it Maggie.
You didn't get Charlie's Angels to go and find out what happened to it? Investigate?
Were they impressed?
Not really.
A few more names that you may recall from Friends Reunited.
Go on.
Lisa Shufflebotham? Do you remember her?
Yeah, she...
Was she one of Charlie's Angels?
No, she wasn't that nice, but she wanted me.
God, right. Tell the story about the manhole cover.
Right, in the same magazine as the one with the cat and the fire and that.
Don't tell me that story again, it gives me the shivers.
Yeah, a cat that's got a weird expression on its face is against God.
Anyway, this isn't a scary story, this was just, like physics. Physics.
Yeah.
It was going on about the, nuclear bomb and how powerful it is. And, they put a manhole cover on top of one.
Okay.
Blew it up.
Yeah.
Never saw the manhole cover again.
Man alive, Carl. Unexplained.
What's going on there? Something weird is happening there. Oh.
If anyone has ever seen that manhole cover, please get in touch. We'd love to know where it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. What sort of experiment is that? I imagine all these scientists on multi-billion-pound research projects, they're going, we test everything. What would you do to manhole cover? Don't know.
That's like letting a couple of students
yeah, exactly,
control of a nuclear
Do you reckon it can send a traffic cone into orbit? Go on then, put it on there. I love that. Imagine that. What value is that? I might tell you what we could do. We could put the manhole cover on it and aim it, and then blow the bomb up, and the manhole cover would have someone's eye out. Fire it. See if you can fire manhole covers off the nuclear bomb. Whatever. Try bangers to a bomb. See if it's louder. Oh God.
That was the Travis, and some flowers through my window. This is XFM 104.9 of a Saturday afternoon, just gone 6 minutes past 1. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Hello
Hi.
there, hi, good to talk to you.
Carl Pilkington is over there.
Alright.
Hey! Keeps it real.
Yeah.
Respect, Carl.
Oh.
Rick, I just think, we want to lift off the show straight away.
Yeah.
Into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
And, the best way to do that, it seemed to me, was to resurrect a game we used to play when we first began the show in old XFM days. Do you remember the game? Do you remember the game Make Ricky Gervais
Rub me hard.
Rub you hard?
No.
No, that was only in the pilot. We never actually did that on live.
Okay, right.
No, it was the game Make Ricky Gervais Laugh.
Oh, I remember,
and we used to get people, Carl, you probably didn't hear it, we used to get people to sort of send in pictures and, jokes and stuff. And if I could make Ricky laugh on air with those,
he won a toffee.
Then they won a gift of some kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of emails actually saying people love your laugh, Rick. So in a sense, we're giving the public what they want.
They must be taking the mickey.
But this is a picture I found in today's copy of The Sun, so if you're listening at home and you want to know what the picture looks like, rush out and buy a copy, only 40p.
Yeah.
And,
are we sponsored by The Sun? We do White Van Man.
Exactly. It amused me straight away, this, because bear in mind,
right,
it is one of the world's biggest rock stars.
Okay.
Just check out the face.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Look at that.
Oh, that is Michael Stipe. Oh dear, with sort of like looking like, I don't know, some sort of Nazi officer. That's not libelous.
That's not libelous. In your opinion, Michael Stipe, he's outside there during the press conference for Peter Buck's
It's not a good picture. I love R.E.M. and I love Michael Stipe. I think he's a lovely man, but that's a bad picture, isn't it?
He's got big glasses on and stubble, obviously he's got bald head. He doesn't appear to be looking at anything. He's looking right beyond everyone else. Can you see that, Carl? I'll tell you what he looks like. He looks like Zig, I think, from Zig and Zag. He looks like he's a Muppet made of foam.
Oh, lovely.
Nice to see that game come back.
Yeah, the medium of radio.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good picture that is.
Well, anyway, it reminded me of the game that you and I used to play in our very early days of XFM, when it was literally
Make Ricky Gervais Laugh.
Make Ricky Gervais Laugh, which was a great game, I think.
I remember the first one. It was that fella drinking a pint of beer.
Yeah.
I remember the very first time.
It never, I tell you what, it's
you
not
know what,
great.
Though? Ant and Dec do it now. They actually, it's very similar to Make Ricky Laugh. It's called Make Ant Laugh.
Interesting.
So
many of our great ideas have been stolen.
Yeah.
Or stoled.
Stoled, yeah.
And anyway, I was looking through the paper in the week, and there was a picture which which I think might be a Ricky Gervais, Make Ricky Gervais Laugh. I don't know. Again, obviously, it doesn't really work for the listeners at home, but I'll try and do my best to describe it.
Can we stop saying my name because it's like a Dave Gorman project? Can we just stop? It's getting. Let's say a word often enough, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Let's stop saying Ricky Gervais.
Well, what we're going to refer to you as? All right. Well, Make Fatty Laugh is a new game. I'm trying to get one of those squeaks of a laugh. I'm concerned because I know.
I'm not a monkey. I'm not
sure,
a
you're not a performing monkey.
No, okay.
I know that.
Right.
But anyway, let me just briefly summarise the story for those at home.
Okay.
The headline was Mum 48, a mother of 48 seduced boy of 14.
Well, that's not funny.
Not her own boy, obviously, but a neighbourhood child.
I don't think it's a
It
funny
said-
story so far.
He said Grand Lana Allen, 48, led him upstairs and undressed to her waist, then took his trousers off. Okay, bear that in mind. This is a quote. This is a quote from him, right? Bear in mind, he's a 14-year-old boy. He's quite excited about this. He says, "Then we had sex. It was every boy's fantasy." All right.
You're going to show me the picture of her now, aren't you?
So it's a picture of her.
Oh, this is not.
Bear in
right.
mind.
This is.
In his
okay.
own words, Rick.
Right.
In his own words, this was every boy's fantasy.
Okay.
Here's the picture. It's a silent laugh. He's collapsed on the floor.
I was thinking it looked like a fat man. I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Oh god. She looks like the drummer of Iron Maiden.
She looks a bit like Lemmy. But I tell you, she looks like reminds me of most. Did you see those?
They've got one with a fag on as well.
I know.
It's just that's her with them out of makeup though.
Carl, have you seen Every Boy's Fantasy?
You should see. Oh god! Oh,
have a look, Carl.
Oh god!
How old is she?
48.
Oh god! Oh, 48. That's lovely.
It's something, when I was looking on the web, found something out.
Go on.
It's a story about a woman who had a baby.
What are you talking about?
What?
A woman who had a baby who was having a baby.
It was no clearer when you repeated it.
There was a woman who had a baby who had a baby. What do you mean?
No, I didn't read any more into it because I just saw
You
that and I
didn't
thought, that's weird. And then I just was thinking, oh, like, imagine the kid at school, at parents' evening.
Go on.
And it's like, well, your
When
kid's
they're
pretty
both
good,
10.
now let's have a look at your work, sort of thing.
But what? Did the child have a baby?
Yeah.
Of course it didn't! Play record!
It is hard eating a little kangaroo knob. If I was there and Deb said, right Carl, eat the knob, I'd go, hang on a minute. I'm saying like, I could eat a knob at night. I could eat a knob at night.
It's that time again, it's what everyone's waiting for. Can you do the jingle?
I'm saying like, I'll pop back at about 6:30 this evening, and I'll be ready.
Sure. Can you do the jingle? It's that time again, it's what everyone's waiting for. More music.
I'm saying like, I could eat a knob at night. I'm saying like, I'll be ready.
Sure. Can you do the jingle?
I'm saying like, I could eat a knob at night. I'm not on this, am I?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Well, just saying hello.
Hello?
No.
I'm saying like, I could eat a knob at night.
Sure. It's that time again, it's what everyone's waiting for. Can you do the jingle? More music.
Hang on a minute. I'm saying like, I could eat a knob at night. I'm saying like, I'll be ready. I'm saying, like, I could eat a knob at night. I'll pop back about 6:30 this evening. I'll be ready. I'm saying, like, I could eat a knob at night. I could eat a knob at night.
Really? How'd you look?
But anyway, talking of emails and that, right? Nick, who's emailed from Australia, right, Melbourne, he's been going on about dolphins and that, problems with dolphins.
What problems?
He's just saying when that wind happened, there was like a bad wind thing going on.
Hold on, wait a minute. What bad wind?
In America, they had that
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was like a little bay with dolphins in it, and
Right.
that, with all guns on them and stuff.
What? Whoa.
Because they use dolphins, don't they? They say they're an intelligent animal and stuff.
Yeah.
And they've got them all, like, you know, they've all had the training. They're all like ready for battle and stuff.
Right.
Got like rifles on them.
What do you mean rifles? How can they hold a rifle? How can they hold a rifle?
No, it's sort of on a strap and that.
What do you mean it's on a strap?
I don't know what they kit them out with, but they're just ready for war. Whenever
What
it
are you
kicks off.
talking about?
Listen, though, that isn't the point. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we leave
But what
that
I'm
one, do
saying
we?
is-
That's not the point, so let's leave it.
So they're swimming about. And that,
Yeah,
in this
with
little bay.
rifles and berets.
Whatever they've got on.
Yeah.
Right, ready for battle and stuff.
Yeah, ready for battle, yeah.
The wind comes in.
The wind comes in.
Hurricane Katrina. Makes a wave and that. They get out of the little bay.
Yeah.
Still all kitted out with all the, you know, weapons.
You're talking
and that.
bollocks.
Steve, do you want to look at the email?
Well,
mate?
there's no way. There's loads of dolphins now swimming round, kitted out
Causing
with
problems.
guns and that, with a strap. How can a dolphin hold a... Again, you've been watching Planet of the Apes. Oh, he's trying to talk to us. What's he saying? He's saying, go ahead, punk, make my day.
Look,
You're
I'm just-
talking shit.
It's just news to say if there's dolphins, you know, if you see a dolphin in that, don't go, oh, it's friendly, because there's some with weapons now. So I'm just reading it out on email. That'll cover it and that. So
bollocks.
It's not my sort of thing, singing and dancing. We've got enough singers and dancers anyway in the country. Why we still have Pop Idol and X Factor? Everyone's singing. I mean, this is a school. Look at them. They're not doing English and maths. Piss-arsing about, jumping to Van Halen. Where's the doctors? The plumbers? When I had a problem with my boiler, I had to wait 2 weeks because no plumbers about. If I need someone to come around and sing and dance, loads of them. But we've got enough. I haven't got a taste for it, honestly. This isn't like a big life-changing moment. Oh, Karl's finally found his destiny. I don't want to do this. See you standing there with your back against the record machine. Ain't the worst you can see. Oh, you know what I mean? Come on, you might as well jump. Come on, have a jump.
I can't imagine you singing.
I've never been that embarrassed. Do you know I always say to you that you give me anxiety dreams? I panic and stuff because of the things you set up. And that time when I had a dream about being in a toilet and you opened the door and there was a big audience looking at me having a shit. It was exactly the same feeling I had in my dream as that. I just wanted to wake up and for it to go away. It was shocking.
But the weird thing about that dream, it's not particularly sort of Freudian or symbolic, right? having a shit to annoy you.
That's true, actually.
So,
yeah.
it's quite a justified dream.
That's normal.
Have a great time, man. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Hi. Welcome to Learn Guitar with David Brent. Before we start this lesson, got a little surprise for you. Just to spice things up. Literally. Remember this guy, Dom, from Equality Street? That's going down a storm
So
still.
hearing it. People love the rap and that.
Yeah, well, I like the tunes as well. I've got another tune for us to do together. This one is, it's a little bit reggae, little bit calypso, hence the, you know, and have you got a rap for it?
Yeah, I wrote a rap. It fits, I think. Like it's got, there's like a little sing-songy bit as well. I was gonna get this girl Tanisha to sing it, but then she got busy with like prison and that. So if you can, it's just
Not
like
a
4
problem.
lines.
Not a problem.
Yeah?
Not a problem.
Cool.
Yeah. The rap hasn't got anything about dwarves and wheelchairs in
No,
it
it's
as
a
it this time.
it's a different concept.
Because you know, I love dwarves and people in wheelchairs. You know, in fact, I would love a dwarf in a wheelchair as a mate. I've said that before.
When you never said that.
I do, yeah. But you know, in song form, it's a downer. You know, keep that sort of thing to documentary.
Right,
So, yeah, it's as I say, it's sort of world music. It'd be good with a get the band round it. So you know, a little bit of clip. So steel drums, all that. Maybe some real African vibes from, you know, stuff like Paul Simon. And, yeah. Let's do it. It's called Ain't No Trouble. I can work all day just to earn $1. I can break my bone. You never hear me holler. I can't lose my home. I'm kick out in the street. If my baby's by my side, then life is sweet. 'Cause ain't no trouble like trouble. If you lose the one you love, ain't no trouble like trouble. If you lose the one you love, ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, you can take my eyes, Lord, leave me blind. You can make me lame, Lord, I'm sit on my behind. And I still won't beg, Lord, and I'm no hero. If my baby's by my side, Lord, you've taken 0. Ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, I could lose my job.
But it'll be fine, cause I can still find the odd snob to rob.
I could get chucked out
of my mum's house, but it could be fun sleeping rough when the sun's out.
Lose my voice,
but I've managed to still do some sick rhyme damage with sign language.
Can't take what's mine.
Almost anything, Xbox, wedding ring, fish tank, terrapin, poke me in the eyeball, pull out a gun, say something spiteful about my mum. Tease my dog so he doesn't even know it by going to throw a bone but just pretending to throw it. Make death threats, yeah, and I have to guess where. Then when I get there, pull out my chest hairs, headbutt me in the nuts if you want. Cause ain't no trouble like losing the one you love.
Ain't
Come
no
on.
trouble like trouble.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you lose the one you love,
lose it.
Ain't
lose
no
it.
trouble like the trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
If you lose the one you love,
what?
Ain't no trouble like the trouble.
Trouble.
If you lose the one you love,
yeah.
Ain't no trouble like the trouble. If you lose the one you love, oh. Oh.
Why'd you?
What?
No, just the D thing. Like,
What do you mean?
when you lose D1, the one D1.
Ain't no trouble like the trouble.
No, the lyric goes.
When you lose the one you love.
Lub. Where you got lub from?
Ooh, you don't know. Right, this song is about my favourite place in the world, Slough. Just great memories, great memories. More convenient than a Tesco Express. Close to Windsor, but the property's less. It keeps the businesses of Britain great. It's got Europe's biggest trading estate.